Game paused. What happens if it's unpaused? Given that
it's just for
we get swarmed by the
if
mermen.
you play with if you play with miniatures and stuff, it matters because you can move your character.
Oh yeah, good point.
We don't use them, so
Are you gonna intro us back into where we were?
Me, yeah, I can.
You're gonna set the scene, as they say.
Last time on Adventures in Cthulhu.
Yeah, we could do a little snippet from each of our adventures. I could be like, bloody hell, I've gone northern again, but
Broke shed.
this fucking roof's giving way. Hang on a minute.
Almost killed the generator.
Yeah. Mine would just be.
Yeah, like voice acting from Obra Dinn.
Obra Dinn.
What a fucking game.
Yep.
I wonder what Lucas Pope is up to now.
I don't know what he's up
Lucas
to.
Ducope, isn't it?
No, it's just Pope.
No,
what is he doing?
It's a Triforce thing.
Oh, I see. What's he doing?
Lucas Ducope.
I don't know what.
Oh, he's on Mars. Mars After Midnight is what he's making, apparently.
Oh.
A small 1-bit game.
1 bit.
It's similar, like very similar graphics style to Obra Dinn.
Oh yeah, look at this.
It's like a crossover between that and Papers, Please.
A small...
I've literally just typed in on the internet and he has a website.
It's not a full release. It says I'm working on for Playdate, whatever Playdate is. A small 1-bit game.
1 bit.
I mean, this is clearly not a 1-bit game, but I don't
my man's cutting costs to the extreme. I'm gonna do 1 bit
for whatever that is.
What's Playdate?
I've just clicked on the link of the development log and there's a picture of it on like this really small little console.
Oh, it's a new tiny handheld game system with a bunch of brand new games. Oh no!
Oh yeah, no, I remember
What is the point?
It looks.
Yeah,
it looks.
I remember.
I mean, people have a phone. You don't need this. Why would you do this when people have phones? If it's meant to be retro, it's wind up.
Yeah, have you seen the controls for it in the control section?
It's got a crank on it.
That's a wind up thing.
You crank and like open. Wow, I mean it's interesting, but it's so.
It's a gimmick. £200 gimmick.
He's gone
200
quid. What?
200 fucking quid. It looks like a 40 quid bit of a.
He's gone too deep.
That's crazy. That is a bit tapped.
I'll be honest. When I was on the plane going to Blighty, it did make me miss.
It's not even out yet. The Playdate's not even out yet.
Yeah, but you can just get a Switch,
in your pocket. No, but a Game Boy fits in your pocket. Like if you have jeans, you can literally fit it in your pocket.
That is not true.
If only we had things like bags.
If only we had things like a phone.
Yeah, but playing games on a phone is shit.
Well, how is it shitter than playing on a bloody thing that has 2 buttons and a
Game Boy has actual D-pads and actual buttons.
Man, how uninteresting actually.
Uninteresting.
Lucas Pope. Fuck you.
I need to have a look at this now.
I think it's his Twitter handle is Ducope or something like that. So his Twitter handle is Ducope. Dukope. Lucas Pope. Ducope. So I just saw it at Ducope and I thought that was him.
Lucas Pope's the only person I get excited about when I hear stuff.
Well, he's made 2 games. And he's going to make a 3rd on a piece of tut that nobody's going to buy. That's a shame.
I cannot believe it's 200 quid. I was thinking if it's 10 or 20 quid, sure.
Well, it's a piece of plastic with all circuitry in it, isn't it? You can get a bloody.
It's not even in colour.
I'm just saying that's the cost of a phone. Like you could get a phone. Surely it would be cheaper to buy some kind of USB attachment that slots onto your phone and offers the same controls as a game.
Phone games are so shit though.
Right, but you can get games like Slay the Spire on your phone. I have it on my phone. You get a whole bunch.
I just wouldn't want to though. I don't know.
It's good.
I just have this weird mental block with phone games, right? Like I just can't.
You know what? I think you lads might just be in the wrong generation for phone games.
I like how it says all for just $179. That's the slap. That's the final slap across the face.
Well, I grew up with phone games.
Not in the same way that my kids have, I don't think.
Well, I think
they've
some phone
only
games
known.
work.
Yeah, but I think Greg
smartphones.
is closer to me than he is.
I was gonna say it's quite funny. That you say you guys grew up in the wrong generation for phone games. I've never been grouped in the same generation as this lot before.
Well, you're only a few.
When I
years
played XCOM,
no.
XCOM 2 on phone is actually better than on PC because
That's
Really?
gibberish.
That's
That
just
is
not.
Mate,
that's
that
just
is
not
gibberish,
correct.
young man.
The only
I'm
game
telling
that's
you.
good on phone, the only game that's better on phone that is on PC is Plants vs Zombies.
I'm telling you, right?
Fucking Hearthstone.
It unironically
Hearthstone's
runs
good,
better on mobile
Gibberish.
than it does on PC.
Gibberish.
I'm
It
not even
runs
kidding,
better.
bro. It actually runs better,
Bro.
dude.
Fuck XCOM. Anyway,
Talking
bro.
crap.
Shout out to Mario vs Rabbids.
Let's get on with
Yeah.
it.
Alright.
A recap, please, Dungeon Master.
Alright, so... Right,
We're playing.
I'm here, bud.
Is it?
Oh,
He's under the stairs, hiding.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We'll have to go where everyone is. So, in a nutshell, obviously, if you want the full details, you have to watch the VOD from the other day. But in a nutshell, the group was on a boat sailing towards Rockport, all on that for different reasons. They got bundled together by chance into the same rowboat, and ended up on Beacon Island, which is where they are currently, which is basically where the local lighthouse is. After some investigation, they found there was some foul play involved, a couple of dead bodies, and some disgusting fish-like creatures have now attacked them, and in the pitch black due to the generator going out, they are having to make some kind of last stand in the lighthouse and lighthouse cottage. So that's where we stand now. Obviously that was very, very brief, but so in terms of where we all are, I just want a quick run through on it doesn't have to be exactly like it was yesterday, but if you consider the lighthouse map, I just want an idea of where people want to be at this point, or would like to be.
Yeah.
Just so I know whether when we.
I mean, sadly, there's no actual map of the building.
There is,
There
yeah.
is.
There's under clues.
Clues,
It's
lighthouse
in
floor
clues,
plan.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, from
maps.
my personal
No, I still
position,
can't see it.
my
Lighthouse
personal
floor plan.
position,
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'd ventured outside to go to the workshop after we defeated a couple of mermen and injured one he ran away. Then of course I got ambushed, I kept slipping in the mud against two more, and then I ran back. So I'm around about the front door of the lighthouse. So either 1 or 5 on the lighthouse map. I'm near at the kitchen door.
So
the
you're
front door.
right at the entrance. You've just come in. They
And-
closed the door behind
And
you.
as far as I'm aware, Evelyn and Father John are also near. Like they're basically.
they're holding the door shut.
Yeah, Father
Yeah.
John's holding the door.
That's door at 1, right? We're holding
Yeah,
that
yeah.
door shut. So there is also a side door we need to be aware of, chaps. Just saying. But yes, Evelyn and I have slammed the door. We've latched it. Gregory has fallen into the hallway here after charging in. We've slammed the door shut behind him, and we're holding it shut whilst hopefully people are able to barricade it.
Okay, and then Plague, you are hiding.
Klaus Heisler had stumbled over the stairs, screaming for Roy, whilst clutching the 2 remaining gold coins that he's got on him in his pocket, keeping them safe.
I think we just chuck hands out there. Oh wait, I've got to role play
He
it.
can heal me first. Hands can heal me first, and then
We've got to protect
Klaus.
hands. Klaus. Hands, whatever. Fritz.
Fritz.
Jesus.
Coming over very Father John on me there.
Drunk! Johnny?
Johnny boy.
No, I'm at uni. That's what my
Right,
uni
so
is.
fair enough. So okay, so picking up where we left off, basically as we just discussed, Father John Evelyn and Charlie now in the entrance of the cottage, and there's one fish creature sort of banging weakly on the door. I think it was Evelyn, right, that sort of managed to do a pretty decent chunk of damage to it. So it's not at full strength. So you kind of, by the way it's banging on the door, it's more like just like a person just knocking really hard on the door. It's not really sort of with enough power to break down the door by itself. However, obviously the other fish creatures were advancing towards you. Probably have maybe about a minute to sort something out before they get to the cottage.
All right, so
I'll in your hands here.
The question is, team, do we try to barricade every window, given that I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 windows and a door and another door, so 4 windows and 2 doors, or do we try and barricade these doors in the hallway and make us stand in the hallway and last stand in the bloody lighthouse if needs be?
So I will just say quickly that the doorway that leads into the kitchen from outside is currently bolted shut from inside.
Okay.
So it's not like they can't just open it and walk in. They can
come in these windows.
It's going to take a bit for them to do that.
I'm thinking these doors are all inward swinging, so it would be harder for them to batter them down. So I suggest we slam them shut and wedge them shut as best we can, and hopefully they'll just fling themselves against it.
We have a nice kill corridor.
We got a nice kill corridor.
We have a nice kill corridor. So
sure, that's one of the finest kill corridors I've ever seen, young fella.
Because we don't need to touch the larder, because that's
we might need food. Or do you mean
we only have to last till dawn? So unless you're very peckish right now,
we don't have to barricade. We don't have to barricade that door.
All right. Well, let's get these doors shut anyway. Get those doors shut, and we'll try and seal them up. There were tools in the lighthouse, weren't they? Me and Evelyn will hold down this door.
And carrying the light, though.
You lads barricade stuff. Well, there might be something. Hammer, nails, anything.
No, the hammers were all in the shed that Ashwin fucked up.
Shit.
Sorry, that Roy fucked up.
Well, there's 5 of us and there's 5 doors. Everybody man a door.
I'll man the larder door.
Of course you will.
I think Roy is going to park his ass in front of the front door. Because he's massive, and we have to push against him.
All right, maybe we can grab some of this furniture and drag it out into the corridor and use that to barricade the doors with.
Yep, absolutely.
Turn some cupboards on their sides and some beds and stuff like that.
Yep. So each of these things would probably take one person the full minute to do. So if we say someone's holding the door shut,
that's Roy.
I guess that'll be Roy. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 of you would have about a minute each to do one of those things.
All right, let's get to it. Grab a piece of furniture, drag it into the hallway, and use it to somehow barricade these doors shut.
Okay, so are we going to say then... So if you go through each person, what they want to barricade and with what?
Are there no locks on these doors? They're just like regular internal doors.
No, they're just internal doors. Yeah.
Is there any way we could sort of pull the furniture so that it's blocking the door, and then if they're too stupid to move the furniture, it's just sort of in the way? I don't know.
The thing is that they're quite sort of animalistic creatures, so they will just end up. They will eventually.
They'll just by
with
through
enough
thrashing.
time. Yeah.
All right.
It might take them a while if they're split up.
Well, look, there's 3 beds. If we get the 3 beds out into the corridor, slam the doors, and get the beds up in front of them, maybe that'll buy us some time.
Well, I think we just need to decide which door we're going to be doing individually now.
All right. Well, I'll do the left-hand door then.
So Ashwin's obviously doing the front door.
Yeah.
You can do the door to the bunkhouse. Evelyn, do you want to do the study or the kitchen? Okay. Yeah, the kitchen. I'll do the kitchen because kitchen. And we all have our weapons drawn.
Yeah.
Okay, so so Greg, you're doing the. Charlie, you're doing the bedroom door, right?
Kitchen
door, and the one going into the hallway.
Yeah.
Evelyn, you're doing
Study.
the study, going into the hallway.
Yep.
Father John, you're doing
The bedroom.
bedroom, going into the hallway, and Klaus.
He's hiding.
I'm doing the. I'm closing the larder door very intently. Okay, I'm keeping it locked shut. No one's getting through there.
Okay. There isn't any way for them to get in
Yeah.
through the larder.
No, he knows that.
I'm aware of that.
In fact, Klaus has locked himself in the larder.
That is the plan.
You fucking
Okay.
coward. And I think once we've barricaded our doors, we'll cover Big Roy's retreat back, and we'll all camp at the top of these short staircase. I think.
Have you ever watched Hacksaw Ridge Plague?
I've not watched Hacksaw Ridge.
You're the opposite black guy, mate.
You're the opposite. You're the opposite of him.
Okay.
Herr Doctor, have you any more of those coins on you?
None at all. You took them all off me. Don't worry.
Then what the hell could they be after?
From what I remember, right, didn't we just throw the coins out there? And then
Yeah, I did.
Some little gremlin creeped out.
No,
the bushes and
a
stole
big
them away.
gremlin came up and stole them.
Oh, did it?
The Big Daddy did, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay, so as you're doing all of this, the knocking on the front door continues quite weakly. Roy is managing to hold this shut with ease. Basically, it's not too much of an issue for him. But after about a minute, there's more pounding from the door. So now you don't know how many are out there, but the banging is more frequent.
Let's why don't we grab the cooker or something from the kitchen and drag it somewhere? Or is there anything in the larder? We've already fucking sealed up these doors, so we can't go back in there. Is there anything in the larder? Hey, Doctor! Is there anything heavy in there?
Let's see. Well, am I locked in there? Right. Okay.
Not necessarily locked
No,
in. I can tell you what's in there
minute's
if you
gone
want.
by, right?
Yeah,
The
can you
minute's-
tell? I think there's only some shelves in there. I don't think we've actually looked
It's only
in there.
shelves, some boxes with some food in, but mostly just food, loose food on shelves.
We could just trash the corridor with the shells. We could just throw the because
I
we're back
don't
at the
think
stairs.
that'll matter. They can jump. We've already seen them jump.
Yeah, but at least we're forcing them to move instead of.
I think at this point the stairs are the place to be. Right?
I think
Yeah,
holding
we-
this
no,
door
we're-
is
Because remember,
key.
anything we're throwing in the
No, 'cause
hallway
if-
is going to be in Roy's way when he has to evac from holding the door.
Yeah. No,
we
true,
have to hold
actually.
this door. We've got to get something in front of this door.
No.
Look,
No, 'cause
this
if
is
it-
like opening the gates to the castle, mate. Once that's open, they're all fucking
at
coming
least-
in.
No, because we're filtering them through one door at least. We've got the kill corridor set up. If we're trying to fortify the front door, then they start breaking through the doors on the side, and we're being spit roasted.
I think it might just buy us some time. The thing is, if they crack the
I
door,
don't know if we need.
if they
time.
crack the door, they're all coming in at the same time. If they don't crack the door, they're coming in different ways. They're all going to get in here at different times, and we can kill them one at a time. This way, we might have 3, 4. There could be a dozen of them out there. The door goes, and we're fucked. There's nowhere to go.
It's a question of if we're letting them all come in through the front door, or if they're going to come in from different.
What gun
doors.
do you think you've got? You haven't got a
I
shotgun.
mean, we have 3 pistols.
God, well,
We have
you've got
3. My pistol's automatic.
You may as well count mine, mate. I guess. Christ, I'm not going to be able to hit anything.
I only have 5 bullets as well, actually.
How do I
Give me
bring
your
up my
pistol,
lad?
Ted. Give
again?
me your
Roy, can you
How
make me
many
a
do you
strength
start?
roll?
Yeah, I'm going to give my gun to the guy who wants.
Did you
to
say how many did I start with,
Make
Miles?
me
Yeah.
a strength roll.
I had 7.
Yeah, I'm on it, mate.
Did you not bring
7,
extra?
but I killed. Did I not bring extra?
Munt gave me
No.
two clips.
You should
extra.
have. You should have.
Really? What the fuck?
Hell no, you have.
I have 7 bullets. And
You've got.
Oh no, I know. I have an
5
ammunition box.
You've got 5
Oh, fuck.
bullets currently in your gun, and you have
Sure.
an extra 14 from that
Yeah,
robot.
cool. Oh, we're chilling, boys. I'll kill all of them.
All right. Can you remind me how to bring up my character sheet, man? I've completely lost it.
Top right, go to
Actors.
actors, and then double click on your own character.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm just going to introduce a couple of mechanics here. that to sort of like gradually ease us into the full game. So I'm gonna tell you about push rolls and spending luck. So if you fail a roll, and that's a roll that's not related to combat, sanity, or luck. So, for example, spot hidden. You can choose to push it, which means that you're approaching it slightly differently. So, for example, you could, if it was spot hidden, let's say you wanted to search a room, you spot hidden, you fail. You could ask for a push hidden roll and say, for example, I'm going to really thoroughly search this room from, top to bottom, or I'm going to just trash this room completely trying to find something of note.
How much luck would that consume?
It doesn't cost luck, but basically you get to roll the die again. But if you fail, the consequences are much more dire than if you just failed it normally.
Right. Okay.
So if you failed the first spot hidden roll, you just wouldn't find it. But if you failed the push roll, you might technically still find something, but there might be serious repercussions later. So you're kind of risking it. But in a pinch, if you really need to try and pass something, it can be handy to actually achieve success. The other thing is spending luck. So everyone starts off with different amounts of luck, and you can actually spend those luck points to push yourself into a pass. So if Greg failed a intimidate roll with a 20, for example, or something, then you could use 10 luck points to push it into so with 40 you could push 10 luck to push it into a success. But luck regenerates quite slowly, and obviously if I then ask for a luck roll, you'll have lower luck, so you're less likely to pass. So you should only use that incredibly sparingly. But for example, if a monster is about to absolutely just crush you, destroy you, and you have to roll a dodge, and you've got nothing to lose, you might as well just spend your luck to try and, get out of it, and it's better than just dying. So those are the two things we'll go over today, and then you might use them in this scenario, but just for future reference. It's not often that you'll use it, but
Okay.
just so we know. So, Ashwin, you passed. Roy passed. So, Roy is still holding the door shut, but there's now quite a lot of weight being
Fucking hell,
piled
lads, you want to get on with it?
against this door, and the door is starting to sort of almost break at the lock.
Roy! Get down of there! Get to the stairs!
Roy is gonna, like a fucking sprinter, pounce away and charge up the corridor.
Okay, so you're leaving the front door, and the rest of you, where are you positioned?
We're all sort of at the staircase leading up to the lighthouse.
Yeah. I'll say I'm at the top of those stairs, so I have a good, clean firing angle above the heads of my companions.
I'm gonna aim to land sort of beneath my firing compadres as a sort of tank.
Okay. Alright, so just kind of in formation.
We've got like a firing squad set up, basically.
Like in
I'm the sandbag.
like at the end of Zulu.
Yeah. And we've got our retreat point. If they overwhelm us, we can fortify at the ladder.
Fall back to our dead end. Good idea.
Well, no. There's the ladder.
I stand by to resuscitate the fallen.
The top room is accessible by a ladder.
True. However,
so
remember, if you will, that there were 3 dead fishmen up there, so they can obviously get up there.
But they weren't.
I reckon they can climb up the outside of this.
John,
Wait a minute!
Evelyn.
What if they can climb up the outside of this blasted lighthouse?
They're fish.
Yeah, but they were at the top. They were at the top. How'd they get up there?
Well, they obviously chased them up there.
Oh, I don't know. Should be careful.
Oh, wow. We'll see.
I think you should lay off that pipe, John.
It's a cigar! Actually, it's a wet cigar. I take out my wet cigar. If I'm going down, I'm having a wet cigar in my mouth.
Okay.
Can we just say a quick prayer, everybody, that the Lord protect us this night and get us through to the dawn? Oh, Jesus, if you're listening, please save us.
That's perfect, yeah. Ashwin's bought us an extra minute for prayer.
Okay, so after a sort of tense couple of seconds where Roy is sprinting back to the bottom of the staircase, all you can hear is just the pounding of the door, and you're all sort of waiting for the inevitable moment where these fish creatures are going to burst through the door. As you're waiting for this moment, you hear the sound of glass smashing coming from the study. In that exact moment, the glass breaks, the door swings open, one hinge broken, so it's sort of half attached, and 3 of these fish creatures just burst through. They're crawling over each other to try and get through. So we're entering combat now.
Fucking Hitchelblatt.
So even though you were prepared, the speed of these fish creatures kind of leaves you surprised, and they manage to barrel down the hallway to about halfway. And Charlie and Evelyn, you've got your guns ready, right?
And John.
And Dr.
Okay.
Father John Carver's at the ready with his
But John is a shit shot.
20 handgun skill.
So you 3 are gonna get a shot before we go into main.
Come on, lads.
Take this, you bastard!
All successes.
We're starting with.
Use all your luck.
We're starting with Charlie. If I can get a firearm handgun roll from you.
This is what you
Plus,
were made
do I
to
not
do,
get a bonus
Gregory.
die for being prepared?
You get bonus dexterity, which means you come before them in the turn round, and you get a bonus die for being in point blank range of the creatures. So you can roll. So you could also.
So just normal.
So remember that you can just go for a normal shot, but there's a chance that you hit armor and stuff, or you don't hit the sort of fleshy points, so you won't do as much damage. Or you can do the burst fire where you shoot 3 bullets, but bear in mind, that
or
gives you a penalty die.
I can concede a turn and then have an aimed shot.
We've still got Roy between us and them.
Roy is beneath.
Roy's back. He's back with us.
Yeah, but he's in front of us, and then we're behind him up the steps.
No, I think I'll save my spray shots for when they're
Roy's
really
waving around his fucking plank, which is now acting as a torch.
I'm just gonna go for a normie shot.
Normie shot. Okay, roll me a firearm.
Yes.
Okay,
Jesus
so
Christ.
Your shot just.
So I've actually shot myself.
Any going for it? Oh, it's not. This
you were close. You were 1 point off, I think. Actually, no, you've got 50, so you're fine. So your shot, basically the speed and the way that they're moving, it's almost impossible to properly aim, and it just wings past them, goes out the door. Next would be Father John. You're up.
Do I get a bonus dice for point blank or not?
You do, yeah.
Oh,
but first, you need a roll.
Wait, why does John get a bonus for point blank?
I told you did. Did you not roll for it?
He didn't.
No.
Oh.
No.
You get a bonus if it's in point blank range. So if they're within a fifth of your dexterity.
Yeah, I didn't realise they were that close. I thought they were sort of still.
He did say
helped you that much.
Yeah, no, that's my bad. It probably wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
No,
you can.
Helped.
All right, so Father John. Okay, so now you need to roll. So if you look at your gun that you have, the Smith & Wesson 38 Special, it does 1d10 damage. So you need to roll a 1d10. Yeah.
1d10. 10 roll a crit.
Shit. 2.
So unfortunately, your shot sort of glances the...
Hey, that's a hit. I'm counting that as a hit. I had a 1 in
Well,
5 chance of hitting.
It's at least,
Unfortunately, because the fish creatures have such thick scales on their body, your bullet kind of just ricochets off the shoulder of the fish
Even on a
creature that's right in the
15.
front.
That's a shame. Okay.
Yeah. So the 15 is just to if you hit,
Oh,
and
okay.
then the damage was not enough to deal. Like you just basically skimmed
Oh.
the shoulder of one of the fish creatures, and the bullet just kind of ricochets off.
Damn.
So when you roll the 1d10, do you want to get a higher number? For
Yeah,
more
it's
High
damage?
damage,
number means
innit?
more damage. Yeah.
Right, okay,
But some
cool.
creatures have armor, which deducts. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much, but it deducts points.
It's clear it just bounced off
Yeah.
his scaly skin, the bastard.
Now it's Evelyn's go.
Go on, Evelyn. Hit those feckers. I've decided I'm just Irish. I'm not going to try to do the Belfast accent. It's too hard.
Evelyn is
You were
slightly
smashing it,
terrified.
to be honest.
Birthplace, Ireland.
Slightly terrified at the prospect of dying here. So she will panic and fire 3 consecutive shots.
Nice.
Uh,
Okay.
Here comes
Oh,
three kills from Mary Sue coming
So
right up.
you don't need to roll any because you have the bonus from close range and the penalty from firing three shots, so it negates each other. So you're just rolling 3 normal die.
Yes.
Oh,
That's 1,
Yes.
2.
Oh.
Okay, so
Well, 2
you're
hits
gonna
is
hit
big.
2. So if you can roll me for the first shot. Three,
Fucking 1.
3. Yeah. So
Cringe.
Doesn't
your
that...
yeah,
No, sorry, no, continue.
your first bullet just goes straight through the legs of the second fish creature that's sort of pounding towards you, and your second and third shots hit true, and they're actually quite close together, but they managed to hit it sort of around its upper torso, like near where its neck is, and it just doesn't seem to do anything. It just bounces off
Unlucky
basically.
as that, my god.
Both of your shots, although they were accurate, they didn't sort of pierce any of its weak points, and it kind of shrugs it off basically as it leaps towards you. Okay. So the first one, who's at the front? Roy, right?
Roy.
Roy. So Roy, the first fish creature, closes the distance and gets on top of you. So I need you to roll a a brawl for me.
Ugh.
66,
Row.
22.
We're in trouble.
So okay,
Yes.
so it does the sort of same kind of maneuver that you've seen it do before, where it likes to really just jump at you to sort of close the distance, but kind of between the fact that it's cramped in with the other 2 fishmen, it doesn't really get a good jump towards you, kind of fumbles it in a way, still manages to scratch you on your right leg as it kind of tumbles towards the ground. So now this thing's at your feet, and it's just basically on all fours, ready to kind of get up and attack you again.
Yeah.
The second one,
Do I take any damage from that?
yeah, you took 1, sorry.
Okay.
You don't need your legs.
So in terms of where we are standing for the rest of us, I just need a bit more clarification on how we're grouped.
You see
here.
that
So we have-
staircase?
Yeah, no, I know, but I need to know who's more.
Oh, I'll go
who's
on
at
the
back
left.
and who's at the
I'd
front.
say
Gregory said he was
Can
at
you
the
put
back,
yourself
didn't he?
on like a
No,
map?
I think I'll say I'm fairly. No, I think probably.
To be
After
fair,
Roy.
hold on. To be fair, you did say you were standing at the back and firing over us.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's fair.
so Charlie's at the back. Klaus, I imagine, is also at the back.
Oh, I'm well at the back. Don't
So
you
we'll
worry.
say-
He's in the
far-
larder, isn't he?
No, I don't think I locked myself in the larder. I think
You
I just
did!
pretended to close. I think I just pretended to close the door as if I was helping.
You
sure you
definitely
Did I lock myself
locked
in the larder?
yourself in that
Alright,
larder.
then I locked myself in the larder then.
I don't remember that, but yeah, I mean,
Oh, sorry,
he
am
said
I
that
going
it's fine,
mad?
boys.
He
No, I said
literally.
I said I closed the larder door.
Yeah,
as if I
but
was
you were in
helping out.
it.
Don't think I was in it, but I'm happy to be in the larder
That's
if that's funnier.
That's
That's
definitely
what
what
I
I
thought
took
was
from
going
it. Was
Okay.
that you had barricaded yourself in the larder?
Alright, then I'm in the larder.
Nice.
Cowardly
He's
bastard.
gonna surprise. He's gonna Helm's Deep side on surprise.
So far, he's nicked a coin. He's nicked 2 coins, lost 1, told me a lad was. Oh, he's probably been killed by a wild animal. A lad who'd been shredded and had his guts torn out. And now he's hidden the rest of the time.
And he also failed to heal me. The doctor failed to heal me.
I think he's a con man, not a doctor.
I also threw a gun off the roof. Don't forget
That's
that.
true. He threw a gun off the
Oh
roof.
fuck!
What a lad.
so
I bet he's the one who says, we should form a group and call ourselves the Brave Investigators. Yeah.
Look, I'm a doctor. I do no harm. All right, I believe in that. That's
These
my,
are
my
people.
Done us
doctor.
plenty harm so far, brother.
Not even Fishman.
okay, so the second fish creature kind of does the same thing as the first, but it's actually trying to get around Roy. It's got its eyes on Father John, so it makes its kind of final leap towards you.
Let's fucking go.
And
How is
it's,
this guy getting past me? I'm not happy with this.
Roy is surely he's hermetically
There
sealed
must be
the
some
corridor
sort of penalty
with
for trying
signs.
to get past a big lad.
okay, so Roy is literally just by himself right in the middle of the.
Bro, Roy is size 90.
He's literally blocking.
He's
Okay,
wall
alright.
to wall.
So what we'll say is the second one, basically, it sees Roy and it can kind of see your heads behind the brick wall that is Roy, and it's just going to go for Roy. So now you will suffer a penalty die in brawl because you've now got two on you. So you'll have to roll for brawl with a penalty.
This is like a disadvantage. Yeah, McLean's body's at the back, but his nose is at the front. This is a good point.
I'm sniffing the Fishman out.
Wait, so I roll with -1 die.
I think it means you roll 2 dice and you take the worst, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Oh.
very nice. So
You can't get me in a fucking corner. I'll fight anyone with my back against the wall. I'll fucking take them all. Let's go. Wallop. You want some fish cunt? Wallop. Say wallop
Right.
when you hit them.
I think I'm not. I don't think I'm going to try and hit.
So
Just push him further back, surely.
the fish creature makes its lunge, but it's not actually going to be very effective. So, Roy, if you want to explain how that occurs.
Well,
Wait,
you know,
wait, wait,
these fish lad are quite slippery, so they've left a little trail of sludge along the floor, and this lad is about to jump in, like sort of tripped and kind of went head first instead of going in how he wanted, and he just sort of headbutts Roy on the chest, which just bounces off, and he's also trying to get up.
All right. Okay. So the third one, the third young sort of fish creature thing that's in the hallway, it sees that the hallway is kind of jammed, right? It's a bit it's a bit blocked. So it's going to sort of watch you, and it can kind of see that again there are sort of your head's kind of behind it, and in a sort of weird motion it kind of turns its back towards you and
It's gonna shit.
towards Roy, and
It's
kind
gonna
of lowers
fall
lowers its back towards you. I need a dodge roll from you, Roy.
Oh
He's
shit.
actually shit.
Roy, he's
What
gonna
is he
fire
gonna do?
spines at you.
Yeah.
And what is a dodge?
They have a fucking
Dodge
ranged
roll.
attack. What the fuck?
Where's dodge?
This is like in XCOM when you suddenly
bottom
they've
left,
got
actually.
a new monster.
Bottom left.
Under art and craft,
Flower.
bottom of that art and
Yeah.
craft.
Oh.
Just
so
above
it is.
drive auto.
Well, this is not gonna go well. Damn it.
So
Roy's taking heat.
while you're busy trying to fend off these two fish creatures, the one in the hallway shoots about 5 or 6 spines out of its dorsal fin, and they just hurtle down the hallway straight down the middle. And one of them hits you straight in the neck.
Roy!
I'm gonna need a Constitution roll from you, an extreme one.
I think I'm dead, lads.
We didn't know they had
Come on,
ranged
Roy.
attacks.
Damn it.
Oh, it's
that's
bloody
unfortunate.
close.
That's so close, yeah.
So
Use some
the
luck!
moment
Use some
the
luck!
moment it hits your neck, you kind of feel like a burning sensation.
Wait, can't he use some luck? It's
Uh,
42.
I mean, it's an extreme roll. It's not actually 40%.
It's extreme, so it would be quite difficult for him to dodge.
I see.
You could if you want, but
Look, I'm going to trust the good doctor.
Oh, Christ.
So
Standing by.
Hope you got some money on you.
So it kind of feels like almost just like a bee sting, really. It doesn't feel particularly painful, but after just a few seconds, your vision starts to go extremely blurry, and you're getting double vision. So now you're seeing a bunch of these fish creatures kind of just like going in and out, and
He's going to turn into a fish man.
so as a result,
The biggest fish man.
you're still kind of standing on your feet. Like it's not like you're so disoriented that you're falling over or whatever, but it's going to become extremely difficult for you to sort of land hits and dodge attacks. So
Just use your giant body to block the way, Roy.
you'll be having a penalty die to all of your rolls from this point. So it's Charlie. It's your.
Kill them, Charlie.
Right, well, I'm gonna go for the old triple shot.
Oh, what's this?
No, so it's just don't worry about.
Okay.
Going for the old bam bam bam.
That's how many
The
more
old-
fishmen turned up.
If you're trying to shoot them, bear in mind they're in a brawl, so you'll lose. You'll get a penalty die, and if you fumble, you will hit Roy.
What about the lad who shot the spines at me? He's not involved.
That is a target.
Okay.
You could go for him.
Okay, right.
Give him 3.
Well, I'm gonna go for the geezer. He's just shot but he's got his back turned. He's got his armor facing.
Just blam him. He's turned around to see what effect.
I thought they're vulnerable around the abdomen area.
It was the front, so
Yeah.
basically
the
around
front
the
of the stomach
eyes,
or in the eyes.
and the sort of like a line going up from the bottom of their stomach up to around their sort of chest.
Yeah.
Has
Has he turned to face us or not?
As you're preparing the shot, it's literally just as Roy has been hit. So
Right.
To be
never
fair,
mind
mate,
then.
the place he shot the spines out of, that must at least be somewhat vulnerable.
You're gonna hit in the hole where the spine was.
What? You give it a shot.
it was from its dorsal fin. So it's like the sort of fin on the back of a fish.
Right,
so
okay.
just sort of webbed.
Just go
like,
for
well,
one of the brawling ones.
Yeah, I
like,
think I'm
mate.
gonna have to pull my knife out and charge to the.
No,
to the
just go
front.
for one of the brawling ones.
But if I miss, I'm hitting you, and you are actually going to die.
Only if you roll
Roy
a
can
99,
take
bro.
it. Yeah, you
It's
just
only if you
don't roll a
it's only if you
99.
roll a
Okay,
96. And you can
okay.
use luck if it's really poor.
Right. Okay.
You can't use
yeah.
that on a combat skill.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll.
It's a slim chance. Of
I'll
that.
go for the.
If,
I'll
if
go
I
for
die,
the
I
triple.
die.
I'll go for the triple shot on the geezers
Yeah.
on the floor then. So do I roll 3?
On the floor, so the one that's by Roy's feet.
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So for that, so I roll 3 dice with +1, do I?
No, you roll 3 die.
Because
It would
they're
be
point blank.
minus
so-
1. You got point blank, which gives you a bonus.
Yeah.
It's a triple shot, so you get a penalty, and they're in
Close,
melee
so
combat
it's
with
another
another
penalty.
person. So that's
Right. So I'm doing
3 with
3
penalty dice.
minus ones.
Come on, Gregory. Oh, unlucky.
It's a miss.
Nice.
It's a hit.
Oh.
And a miss.
Okay, so if you can roll me for your one
Can
shot.
we actually roll a decent D10 for
It's yeah. I mean,
one?
Christ!
For fuck's sake!
I mean they are injured though, aren't they? They both
No,
been
that
hit
does
like
nought.
3 damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, your shot just kind of hits it. It's not really easily visible from sort of between Roy's feet. You can't try and sneak a shot, but it just pings off its arm, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be the least bit concerned with
Man, we're
that
fucking
shot that
dead.
you've made.
What damage
Other
can I
job.
do, by the way, in a brawl with my bare hands against these things?
So if you look at you have your fist, your bare fist,
Yeah.
right?
So I've
That's
got bare fist is
1d3.
1d3 plus 1d4 for my DB.
Yeah, so you could theoretically get 7 max on bare fist.
I mean, I think it's better than trying to. First of all, we need more bodies on the front line here. Second of all, I can't stand to see my brave boy Rye standing alone against these devil creatures. I'm sod the gun. I'm putting it in my pocket and I'm getting in there with some old Irish charm. Passow! I'm gonna suck one of them right in the kisser.
Okay, so this is
That's a good point. Sorry, it's, in chat someone just said my thing is 1d10 plus 2.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Yeah, it is. It's the same.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you rolled a 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so quick little rewind. So yeah, you managed to just kind of skim it across the sort of stomach, the sort of fleshy bit. It's not like a proper direct hit right in the sort of center. It's more in the sort of lower part. So it's still gone in, but it doesn't seem to have had a huge amount of impact. But you have hit it, yeah.
Do these damaging shots not at least give us a bonus against them in a brawl attack? Or like, for example, when because they're all slipping in their sludge on the floor, is there not like a bonus? Do they not get minus dexterity, or do we
I
not
kind
get
of
a
made up the
bonus
slipping
attack
in
on
the
them?
sludge bit for explanation.
No, there's not. They only slip. So they were slipping outside in the mud. Inside, they're not, slipping in their own slime. They're just attacking so relentlessly that. But the thing is that these rounds take like 3 seconds. So, sort of between the time it takes for them to attack and fall on the ground and stand back up, it's not like they're on the ground for 10 seconds.
Okay.
Sort of vulnerable. You see what I mean? It's not enough. They're not at a real disadvantage. And they can still do a lot of damage from sort of all fours.
Yeah, okay.
So, Father John, you're going in with bare fists. You're going in on the
one that's been shot in the gut is getting one right back with fucking interest.
Okay, so can I get a brawl roll from you then?
You certainly can. This is about the only thing I'm any good at.
Never mind. Oh no, that was his.
That's me.
Whoa.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Take that, you fecker!
Yes.
Right, so if you want to roll me a 1d3 and then a d4.
I've attempted.
Nice. Okay, so
Oh. Yeah.
it's kind of
Did
hard.
as much damage as Greg's bullet.
Yeah, so you do very minor damage, but you do a bit of damage. So if you wanna,
I step forward. Rye, I'll not be taking this fight alone. And I crack him right in the fucking ribs. That'll put any man down. Fish or otherwise. Pow! It doesn't quite work, but it will eventually. Give it time.
So what you just to edit that slightly, because the one that's on the ground was the one that was the first one in. It was the one that was already injured, and between that shot from Charlie and this sort of like maneuver that you've just done, it's essentially kind of finished it off, and the light kind of goes out of its eyes, and
is replaced by the light of the Lord's mighty fist. Right in the kisser.
It just kind of relaxes onto the ground and is now just.
That's one down, lads.
Perpendicular to parallel, just on the ground. It's
2 to go.
It's run out of gas.
Excellent.
Evelyn.
Was the guy at the back turned around yet? Or was it the same man
So in that between Charlie shooting, and Father John finishing it off, it has turned around by this point. So it hasn't actually moved like from where it's standing, but it's now looking towards you.
Okay, I'll try and single shot it.
Okay.
And that's
Send me a
normal.
handgun. If you're doing a normal shot, it would be bonus because you're not like you're looking over the fight from the stairs, so you have a clean shot of it, and it's in point blank range, so you get a bonus die. No penalty. Nice. Okay. And if we can get a.
Go on, Evelyn just fucking rolls.
We can get the cult roll then. 1d10.
Come on.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Right.
Boom.
So that kills it. So if you wanna.
You know, what are the rest of us doing? I mean, Father John can play, but
Trying our
Lines up the
best.
shots and managed to hit the Fishman directly between the eye. Well, not somewhere in the eyes, we can't see. But he just collapses, and Evelyn's looking quite proud of that one.
Nice jump,
Nice.
Alistair.
Nunbio
Okay,
just
so-
reset
Oh, you're
for
looking proud
5
of that one.
months. What has
Fucking
risen
Roy
me
is,
sink,
like,
and what has
tripping out
sunk
on
me
the floor.
rise?
So at this point, there are now 2 of these dead fish creatures in the hall. The sort of fish creature that you assume broke into the bedroom, the bunkhouse, is now hammering on the door, and you can actually hear a couple more like hands knocking or trying to bash down the door that's leading into the kitchen. Hallway, the front entrance is still clear, so it seems like the ones on the however many there are on the outside, you don't know, doesn't seem like they've noticed that the front door is open just yet. So at the moment it's still this one that's in a tussle with Roy, one in the study, and you don't know, maybe 1, 2 or 3 around the sort of kitchen area outside. At this point it's now Roy's go to retaliate.
Roy's going to try and get this remaining one in a headlock.
Crikey.
Okay, so you're doing a maneuver, right?
Yeah.
So roll me a brawl.
Get him, Roy.
Fucking hell, hang on a minute. Fucking hell, what a fucking... Oh, I was almost 90. Damn.
So as you try and get this thing in a headlock, it basically elbows you, and it has these sort of sharp fins coming out of its.
Roy's
Coming
getting
out
a
of its
full examination of the biology of these creatures by getting his ass handed to him by them. This is unpleasant.
So it has these sort of fins coming out of its elbows, and it doesn't go like straight into your belly, but it grazes your left hip, and it goes in a bit and comes back out, so it's a bit grim, but it doesn't actually do that much bodily damage. But you now have quite a large scrape down your left hip. And now it is Klaus's.
Yeah, get one of those spikes.
Right.
Klaus is the.
So
Klaus-
Klaus has heard more fish turning up, right? He can hear the
Yeah.
scrabbling.
Yeah.
Klaus has in his possession a lit oil lantern, correct?
Yeah. If you do, yeah, sure.
Do it.
Can I chuck my oil lantern into the hallway to smash it open and set the entire thing on fire so no more fishmen can get to us?
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely.
Well done, Roy.
Give me a.
Roy. Sorry.
Not sure
Father.
how much of a Molotov cocktail this is, but let's go for it.
Give,
I mean,
give me
anything that holds them up.
Give me a throw roll.
Oh,
You're going to be
God.
delighted for this. You're going to be delighted for this one, Roy.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, my
Oh
God.
my god!
holy shit.
So
get Klaus
Yeah.
out.
He's like the anti-Evelyn.
Klaus, you're out the stack, bro.
in your kind of your attempt was brave, but because there's still two big kind of lads still brawling, as you try and throw the lantern over Roy's shoulder, he tries to go for his headlock maneuver, and it kind of hits the side of his shoulder and tumbles over, falls onto the ground. It does end up lighting the hallway on fire, and it does sort of the oil spills underneath the fish creature. So the fish creature is in the oil, but Roy is now also, the oil is coming under Roy. It's not sort of enough for him to just completely catch fire, but basically his shoes and kind of the bottom of his trousers are now alight.
I think this was a great success. I'm delighted by my contribution to the battle, and I'm going back
Locks
into the
himself
larder.
back in the larder. Yeah.
Well done, Klaus.
Fucking hell. Well, we have to retreat.
Wait, was Klaus in the larder still?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how's he done that? He's thrown it back.
Oh yeah,
He
sorry,
opened
no,
the
you're right.
door, threw it
I've
out,
opened
and
the
then
door and
closed
chucked
the
it out.
door.
Yeah, and he threw it backwards.
Yeah, no,
Oh
so
no, I can't hit Roy with it, but
no, so we'll say that in your attempt to try and hang, you're trying to actually
Hold
Lock
on.
the
Number
hallway.
7 is the larder. So we're
Yeah.
fighting at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bottom of
yeah,
these stairs. So
Yeah,
he's
so-
opened the door, tried to
Okay.
throw it, fucked it. It's landed on, like, almost immediately in front of the larder door, covered you in oil, a couple of the fishmen, and then he slammed the door shut again.
yeah. So we'll
Yeah.
say that's what we won't. Ashwin, you're not taking any damage.
Well, I
Just
hope
yet.
not.
You'll you do need to try and get out.
Feels like
of it.
anything that happens, I'm taking damage.
Poor
look,
old Roy.
okay,
But the
you
fish
know,
creature
look on the
is-
bright
fish
side. The fish
creature
can't
is
get in
the
there.
fire.
You know, I've succeeded in the plan, just
Yeah, you
not how I
set fire
intended
to our shelter. Congratulations.
I think it was a brilliant idea.
Okay, so it's so the fish creature is still now in a fight with Roy. Let me quickly. Okay, Roy, if you can roll me a brawl check.
Oh dear, here we go.
Yes, Roy.
It's
Oh,
a
wait.
Roy special. Oh god.
Oh, I thought that was an
Holy
18. God help us.
That is a Roy special.
Okay.
How many hit points you got left, Roy?
9.
Oh.
So Roy's incredible bulk has proven to be his saving grace here, because as the fish creature, it's basically distracted by this pool of flaming oil that has mysteriously appeared underneath it. And in the sort of distraction, its next kind of swipe, it's trying to get you across the neck almost, but at the same time, it kind of realizes that its lower legs are on fire, and it basically fumbles its kind of attack, and it does manage to ever so slightly graze your sort of the top of your torso, a couple of millimeters deep. It's not
just
enough
pick
to.
up all these tiny things. Has anyone got a first aid kit? That would
Yes,
be
if
my-
only there was some medical expert among us.
I don't know
It's
what
not
you're talking
again.
about.
Cauterize the wound, Roy, he says from the other side of the
Offers advice.
So yeah, it's not enough to do any serious harm, but yeah, again, you lose one bit of damage. You're slowly death by 1,000 cuts.
The D4s have been very handy. So
Yes, God help you.
How do you get more armor? I need some fucking armor.
We need to
Armor,
get
you have
Roy
to
a
buy
suit of
it.
armor. We
You
shall
have to
do that.
buy it.
Is it my go?
No, it
Oh.
is Charlie's go.
Go on, Charlie. This is the one.
Just take a nice aimed shot, Charlie.
Yeah, do.
Finish
one.
him off, Charlie! I'll shout.
Charlie is currently eating a digestive if you'll give him a second.
Charlie's in the ladder as well.
All are welcome in the larder. It's lovely in here.
Pardon me. Right. Yeah, I think Charlie's gonna have to take aim this turn. I'm afraid.
Okay.
It's Hanu.
You want to aim? Sure. Okay, so you ready your weapon, and you'll want to try and take a shot that tries to just drop it dead. So, Father John, it's you next.
Wait, doesn't he get to shoot?
No,
Nope.
I have to- you
Aiming
have to
takes
forfeit a
aiming
turn.
takes a round.
Oh, wow. Well,
It
this
gives you a bonus on your
this
next
one
turn.
that's brawling with Roy, while
Yeah.
it's distracted, I'm going to go there and try and fucking give it the old Dublin rib cracker and give him a fucking
Yeah.
boot.
Absolutely, sure.
A brawl?
Okay, so yep, roll me a brawl.
Fucking help me. Yes. Oh, it's so close.
Oh!
Oh! A
Yeah.
99.
So
I think
roll me
double
a D3 and a D4.
He
Oh,
rolled a
God.
99. Do I not get any kind of bonus to
No.
damage for that? Oh, you
No.
need to
No.
give me the thing that has the damage thing, right? Or
Did
do
you
I
roll it before?
click that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not right.
That's
No. I
You-
didn't.
yeah,
I
roll a
clicked
D3
on the
as well.
wrong thing. I meant to click that.
That's right. I've done it.
Okay. Well, that's a 7.
Well, hound. So now
What the
hound.
hell? He's
No,
max
hound.
roll.
Let's try that again.
I can't see it anymore.
Yeah, I deleted it because it was adding.
So what do I click? Because I clicked on 1d3, and it didn't give me. Last time it gave me the option to just click a button that said 1d4 plus 1d3.
Oh, hound.
Like, look. Let me just show you. If I click that, there. So I just roll this.
Yeah.
4 damage.
Nice.
Right.
Solid
so
damage from the good father.
so you do a very small amount of damage to it, but yeah, you do some damage to it. So yeah, if you wanna. So basically, what if I tell you that you do.
You want me to say what happened?
Yeah.
While
so
it's
if
grappling
you-
with Roy, I give it a right swift kick in the guts. It clearly doesn't enjoy it, but it's still going.
So yeah, so if I'll say basically, I'll give you estimates. So I'll say you either do sort of light damage, medium damage, heavy damage, and you can
I can
basically
make
say
it up. Okay.
off that, yeah, or no damage. Evelyn,
Not wanting to hit either of the fighters, Ellen will abstain from shooting, and will take a few steps back towards the stairs.
you could
Clutching her pearls and gasping.
You could aim. You could maybe
You
take
could
a turn to
you
aim.
could also aim. You could also reload. I don't know if you have many
Ooh.
bullets left.
I think this is okay.
All right. So, are you gonna just aim just for the sake of it, or are you just gonna?
Nope.
You can also, if you want, you can postpone your. This might not be of interest in this round, but you can actually postpone your turn until someone else goes. So, for example, based on the dex, Charlie is usually first because he's got the highest dex, along with Father John. You could say, "I want to wait," and then we'd put you at the bottom, and you would go last. If you see what I mean?
But then, would she go first next turn, or is she the last for the rest of it?
No, she would be back to normal
Oh,
on
wow.
the next one.
Do it, Evelyn. That gives you 2 free
but
shots
that-
if something comes through that door.
That wouldn't matter that much this round because we're starting a new set of rounds next turn, so nothing will have changed in this scenario here between, if you see what I mean.
Sure.
Because we're going to do Roy and then we're going to do Klaus. So
we're just going to do Roy.
Good luck.
yeah, so we're doing Roy. It's your go.
Have him,
Roy
Roy!
is going to go for a hammer down on this fool.
Hammer down.
He's just going to go with the big sort of like the kingpin double fists on him.
Okay, so roll me. This is just a standard attack,
Yeah,
right?
it's a standard attack.
All right, give me a brawl.
Oh, for God's sake! Oh, ho ho!
Right. Okay, so you basically don't manage to achieve much, but it doesn't manage to retaliate either.
No.
So I will say that. So if you just want to go ahead and
You guys are just fucking
it's
rolling around on the ground.
Well, Roy is obviously still a little bit shaky from being hit. Unironically, he's been spiked, so he's sort of a bit all over the place. He stands up. His weight isn't helping him very much. He goes for the double fists, but instead it just sort of ends up just grazing the armor, and Roy is back on the ground on his knees, trying to get back up again.
okay. Klaus.
Come with us, Klaus. We're going to be retreating soon, I'd wager. You don't want to be in the larder by yourself.
Oh, I don't know. Are you going to be retreating soon? I've kind of shagged the rest of their approach, haven't I? I mean, I've also shagged us by setting the house on fire, but in theory, I have achieved safety. Let me think. I should probably join the lads.
Is that what Klaus would do, though?
It's not what Klaus would do. It really isn't. Can I roll a stealth check to try and stay and hide in the hide in the larder?
So you just want to stay in the larder?
I'm staying in the larder, mate.
You won't have to roll stealth because it has no idea that you're there.
Can I make a listen
Right.
check and see if I can hear any coins jingling in Klaus's? Klaus, I can hear your coins in
check.
there!
So if Roy is on, I will say that if Roy is on the stairs and the fish monster is kind of also on the stairs, there is potential for you to stealth open the door and get a sneak attack on it from behind, while it's grappling with Roy.
I'll be honest, mate. Klaus stealth are not a specialty of Klaus Eisler. All right, he knows what he's good at. He's got a great talent for medicine and Latin, but he's not a stealth attacker. You know, he's biding his time. He's struck from the darkness once already. He doesn't want to push his luck. You know, he's already opened the door once. That was more than he was planning to contribute 10 minutes ago.
I have done my bit.
I have served my time. I will continue to play gently with these 2 coins. How as they glittered in the darkness.
God. Has he got like a character flaw where he's like an absolute degenerate kleptomaniac? Why would you pick that?
Oh, go on to the next person. I'm happy with my turn.
Oh,
Hey.
fucking hell.
So I'm gonna quickly roll a d8. Yeah.
6 more fishmen turn up.
So, because the fish creature is standing in fire, and Roy has managed to kind of sort of keep it there inside the fire. The fire has now spread up the sort of legs of the fish creature, and it's quite clear that it's in agony now. It's still going with intent on Roy, but it's quite clear that it's taking damage from the fire. it's going to now do a brawl attack on you, Roy. So if you can roll me brawl.
Sure thing. This is the money roll. Damn it, Roy! You're really blowing at this fight. You're really blowing at this fight, Roy.
Why is only Miles able to get a successful roll?
Oh, I've hit him twice.
So it goes for your arm, Roy, and it just chomps down on your arm.
Oh.
Jesus.
Roy has lost
it
an
goes,
arm.
It goes straight, like the teeth go straight through, just where your wrist is, goes straight through, and it goes right through the bone, right through the flesh.
The bone. What sort of fish are these
He
things?
lost a hand.
I'd say, Ashwin, you're going to be a good driver when you have no hands.
He hasn't lost it. So it bites down, and then it kind of releases itself, and it gets ready to attack again. But you now have basically teeth, like teeth marks and like teeth wounds going all the way through between the sort of the bone that you've got. So yeah, it's gone straight through and impaled through your arm.
I've taken 4 damage, I presume.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Get out. Careful, Roy.
To the back for you, Roy, I think.
Roy is sticking it out.
Jesus, Roy is dead.
Roy does not give a hoot.
So at this point, you can hear the door going into the kitchen kind of splinter open, and you can hear the sounds of feet trampling across wood, and now they're at the door going into the hallway. Again, you don't know how many, but you assume at least 2, judging from the sound of the pounding coming from inside where the kitchen is. So now it's Charlie's your go.
So I've pre-aimed on my last turn, and I now wish to just fucking execute one of the monsters.
Okay.
There's one that's on fire and taking damage, and there is another one that is not on fire.
So 2 of them are dead.
Okay.
So Evelyn dropped the one that was at the end of the corridor.
Yeah.
One of them died because it was the one that Evelyn had already attacked outside.
Okay. So I'm going to execute this last monster.
So you're rolling with +1 bonus for aiming, +1 bonus for close range, and -1 for tussle, so +1 total.
Yeah. Roll. Oh wait. Yeah. Roll.
Okay. And if you can roll me your damage. 1d10 +2.
Is that wrong? That's wrong.
This is the handgun you want.
How do I? Because I've been just doing the 1d10. How do I actually do it with my weapon?
You could just do a normal 1d10. I mean, I don't know 100%. I can't. Oh, you have to click on the little dice when you hover over the gun, I think. If not, just.
Oh yes. Oh fuck! Oh, never mind. Sorry.
All right. So yeah, you managed to kill it with that shot. If you wanna.
Well done, my son. But I fear there's more coming.
Seeing Roy wailing with his arm in bits after being mauled by the Fishman, I aim my pistol directly at the eyeball of the creature, pace towards him until my gun, the end of my gun, is touching his eye, and pull the trigger, blowing his brain all over the scattered fire.
Very nice.
He's dead.
Herr Doctor, you might want to think about coming out of your hidey hole. We're falling back to the top of the lighthouse. I reckon.
Don't leave me here.
I reckon we should.
Don't leave me alone.
I reckon we should leg it, boys. And girls. And girls.
Yeah. quickly wedge the larder door shut with Klaus inside, and conveniently lead a trail of oil to the larder door.
Look, this
burning
fire
Klaus.
has already helped, alright? It burnt the Fishman a bit, it's gonna slow them down a bit. I'm saying Klaus was a net positive on this situation. He didn't even damage Roy! He didn't even damage Roy.
Well, you almost damaged Roy.
He rolled a 94 and didn't damage any of his teammates. That is an absolute success.
Let's get out of here. Stop yapping. I reckon we should all fall back and get up the stairs.
Yeah, I agree.
Agree.
So with
I
the
think we allow Roy first.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. We'll try and help him
Allow
up.
him through first.
up the
and then
stairs,
Klaus
but we gotta get up
Klaus
there.
Klaus can heal him while me and you brawl at the front.
Agreed.
Speed healing. It's not like a stim.
I can, stop the bleeding or something at least.
you can do some first aid. It
Yeah.
restores one.
Let's do it up there. We don't want to do it
Yeah,
here.
Yeah,
Wait,
we're not
man.
doing it down here.
All right, so we're all gonna make our way up the stairs. Me and the schnoz, me and Charlie, taking up the rear, carefully stepping backwards up the stairs as we go, while those three hustle away. The wounded Roy, the cowardly doctor, and of course the fair lady, who we can't have fighting hand to hand now, can we? That would be unseemly. And against God. Sorry.
So where is it that there's the service room, like a small room that's under the beacon, and there's the actual beacon right at the top.
We're
Where
going
is it
up,
that
aren't
you-
we?
Yeah, but which one of those two did you want to?
Yeah, we're going all the way up to the top, out into the elements,
Yeah,
or are
yeah,
we staying?
yeah. We've got to. What choice do we have?
Now, I will say that because of the fact that it's got so much blood and broken bits of glass, you will be fighting in penalty if
Will
you
they-
decide
will
to
they
fight
also
right at
not
the top.
be fighting
You're
in
slipping in blood.
Maybe
and glass.
just below the top then.
Yeah, so the service room.
That's our last stand. Is that the same room as the radio?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps, head doctor, you could try to raise some help on the radio while the rest of us are fighting.
Power is still out. The
Power's out, yeah.
Feck
After
it.
Roy
Feck it!
snapped it with his arse.
Oh yeah, blame Roy. You're right.
Yeah, fucking Roy. What
That's
a, what
why
a
we're in this
liability, eh?
situation.
I've done more than enough to earn my right back into the good books with all this tanking.
Right, I'm gonna. Can I do some kind of a truth check on Herr Doctor? Because I'm gonna say to him, you now, Doctor, you're quite sure you don't have any more of them coins on you now?
We can if you want. So
Because I
What
have,
that's
I am a priest. I'm used to taking people's confessions. I've got persuade and I've got psychology and all kinds of shit.
So the way it works is that if you use one of your interpersonal skills. So which one did you
Persuade. I'll
take?
persuade him
Persuade.
to
So
give up any coins he's got.
Basically, the opposing roll for that is psychology or Klaus's own persuade. So, if you
I'll
want to do
roll-
that,
I'll roll psychology against your persuade.
All right.
Come on, father. Oh no.
What? That was a 54.
Oh no.
Oh, yes!
Oh,
Klaus keeps
fuck.
going,
That's the
see?
first good roll so far. For
Fuck
God's
you,
sake.
Klaus.
yeah. So
Fucking liability.
So Klaus is not gonna be revealing anything.
Very well. I trust you, Doctor. I'm quite sure now that he's no more coins in his pockets.
I have nothing to hide. I don't know where this distrust is coming from.
I do apologize. I'll say a few Hail Marys to my penance.
So you're all grouped up at the top, and you can still hear banging coming from down below. You probably have maybe 30 seconds before.
Okay.
the
Is there
fish
anything we
reaches.
can do?
Fucking hell, Doctor,
So,
you
well,
gotta
well,
do this,
there's-
mate. I
there's a-
just show my wrist.
There's a table with the radio on, a table with some tools and things for the workshop, and a couple of chairs, and that's.
Let's
that's
chuck
all.
the furniture down the stairs and at least
Yeah.
slow him down.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm gonna reload my gun as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've only fired one shot actually, so no, I'm not. There's no point. I
And
may
then-
as well have it.
Can I and Evelyn put Roy on the table and attempt a double first aid?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Okay, so if you want to both roll
Roy
me first
breaks
aid.
the table.
Yeah.
Do I have to
Roy,
roll
roll me
anything for reloading?
Roy, roll me a size check.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good at this, so this is fine.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
Yeah. So, it's really hard for me to fail size checks.
Hold on
Don't
one
worry,
sec.
lad.
Hold on one sec. If he's rolling a size check to see if he breaks the table, surely rolling under his size should mean he definitely breaks the table.
No, I know how to use my weight.
Oh yeah, of course. To avoid the effects of gravity. Naturally.
Alright, so
Right,
first aid
first
roll from
aid.
both me and Evelyn, right?
It's alright,
Yeah.
I'll just tense all my muscles up. In an upwards direction.
Okay. So
Evelyn's OP as fuck. Her stats are ridiculous.
And like the few things we've actually used.
She's got more medicine than the doctor. Doctor, what's going on?
I also have medicine as well as first
Why do
aid,
you
right?
use
It's
that?
just first aid. Because medicine takes an hour to perform. It's like
Oh.
surgery and
Yeah.
you know
For
poisons and things like that.
Evelyn rolls good all day, and as soon as it comes to helping me, it's
It's alright. I've got you covered. I can stitch you up
okay, so
in
Roy, you
every
can
sense of the
heal-
word. Stitch you up.
You can heal for one, Roy, and Blake, want to explain how you heal Roy?
So, seeing that the worst wound is the one on his wrist, I quickly stem the bleeding so he's not taking any more losses from the severe bite wounds he's had.
And anyone else got any?
So I
you've
lost
you've thrown-
net 5 HP in that fight.
Seems like it.
I'm not sure I'm
So
really tanking anymore, boys.
you've thrown the furniture down the stairs. How far? You're just throwing it just from the service room. That you're not like going halfway down and making a barrier. You're gonna put it close-ish. So
Yeah, we're just basically
barrier,
trying to
you
make
can
it as
see the
annoying as
barrier.
possible for them to get up. Yeah,
so you can see the barrier. So when they come,
we'll
you've
know.
still got like a line of sight almost.
Exactly.
Okay.
We could
Are we
save
gonna-
a few items to push if they're climbing up.
Yeah, but we're not up the ladder, are we? We're up the stairs. What could we chuck down there? We haven't got a giant fucking boulder or anything we can roll down there, have we? Wait, we have! We can roll Roy down there like fucking Indiana Jones.
Could we
Okay.
check up the ladder and see what,
I'm
like, can we
killing in the
see
process.
what time it is by like the colour of the
Absolutely,
sky
yeah.
outside?
You could if you want.
Evelyn, have a squiz up there.
Okay.
You won't, you'll make whatever dodge roll you need to make, so don't worry about it.
I shouldn't need to make a roll, surely.
No, you won't. So when you
Check
go out,
hidden for the sun.
it's it's still raining. The storm is starting to subside. It's still raining quite hard, and the sun is barely just coming up
Oof,
above the horizon from the over the sea.
just
So-
a wee bit longer now.
Very very early morning. So there's still a fair bit to go before full sunrise. Okay, so as you're sort of doing the first aid on Roy and Evan's checking outside, you hear sound of footsteps, rapid footsteps coming up the stairs, and within about 15-20 seconds, one of the fish creatures is now at the barricade.
Bang!
And so, Charlie, did you have your gun out at this point ready, or were you just...
We're ready. We're watching those stairs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd reloaded in this gap and have my gun ready, yes.
okay. And, okay, so we'll let you have a shot first. So if you want to roll me your handgun.
Yeah. Wait, with a bonus or well, it doesn't matter. Fucking
That's
absolutely
3.
knock that one
That's a
out hard.
crit, baby,
Mate,
sure.
I've killed them all.
That bullet ricochets down the stairwell, through the eyes of all the fishmen.
Yeah, and we win.
roll me a damage on your gun.
Yeah.
Does he not get a crit or anything? Does that not exist? That's a 3-star check. He's fucking nailed it.
Surely.
Yeah, so what happens is you get an impale. So it's not like flat damage, but basically you'll have to roll your 1d10 and then a 1d. Oh, actually, let me quickly
Can I
check.
not just click the critical button?
If it's impale, not critical.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
an impale option.
All right, yeah. Shouldn't be plus.
Plus 12? Did you click
Yeah.
critical or did you click impale?
Let
I
me double
clicked-
check that. Let me double check that quickly, because I just want to make sure. I think it's shouldn't be that.
You can only when you click the option, I get critical's grayed out. If I click critical, then it gives me the impale option as well. But I can't only select impale. You can only have critical and impale, or just critical.
So, what's the maximum damage of your?
With
It's
that, it's
one-
12 would be the max
My thing's
damage.
Yeah,
my
no.
thing's 1d10
Okay, right, yeah, no, it
plus
works.
2.
So it's as far as I remember, it's basically you roll for the weapon damage, and then you add the maximum damage the weapon can inflict, and then the bonus on it. So yeah, 16. So you got. I don't know why it says. Oh, I see. You rolled low on the. Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. So yeah, so you basically you doby this lad, Greg.
Fucking
So,
yes.
With the most magnificent shot you've ever seen, Charlie aims his pistol directly at the fishman, squeezes the trigger, and the bullet flies out, piercing his eye, bursting all over the walls of the staircase. The creature falls to his death and tumbles down the stairs.
Brilliant. Okay, so in as you hear the body kind of slumping down the stairs, it kind of loses momentum. Another two of these fish creatures sort of jump over the corpse and immediately are on the barrier. Because of the way, like the lighthouse, the stairs are quite close to the ceiling. There's not enough room for them to immediately get through. So you probably have a few seconds before they actually manage to kind of push this furniture and step over it and get towards you.
Well, do we get a blammo?
So, Father John, it's
Try a blammo.
you're gonna try with the.
Yeah, I mean, what
I
else
got
have I
hand
got?
gun. Yeah, true. Give me a handgun roll then.
Bollocks.
Oh. Yeah. So unfortunately, you aim and it just ends up hitting the table. Evelyn.
I'm still upstairs, right?
Yeah.
You went up to have a look at the light and that.
Can I check over the balconies, see how many there are left outside? Or...
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So you actually can't see, but it's still kind of dark. You can't really tell particularly well, but based off the light, like the very small amount of light coming from the kitchen, there's at least nothing coming in from that side that you can see, but you're not too sure. Bear in mind that you're really quite high up, so yeah, it's not really very easy for you to tell if there are still fish creatures outside from where you're standing. You can do something else if you want as well.
I'll return to the service room.
Okay.
And
so if you so you can return, but it will then be Roy's turn now. Roy, you don't have a ranged weapon, do you?
Yeah, I mean, Roy's just not. I mean, is there anything I can chuck, like, just around me?
You have your improvised. You have your torch thing.
Right. Are there any just fairly semi-solid objects around me that I could just yeet down there?
You could throw the radio.
That seems like a pretty poor idea.
I think that's a great idea. I think Klaus is right on board with that.
There are some hammers, some screwdrivers, but not really. You could maybe toss a hammer, but you would have to use your throw.
Let me have a look at my throw. Roy is.
Throw 30.
Do you know what? Roy's gonna throw a hammer.
Okay. All right, so
Have
give
this,
me
you
a
fucking fish cunts.
roll me a throw then.
Here we go. This is Big Roy on the throw. Damn it!
Oh, unlucky.
Damn it, Roy.
So you kind of just toss this hammer towards them, and it just pings off one of the chairs, just clatters to the ground behind them, and sort of slides down the staircase.
Charlie, how are you in a fight? A close-up fight.
Oh, pretty decent.
All right then. Looks like it's time to break out the fists again.
Klaus, it's your go now.
Okay. Can I do a pharmacy check on the spine in Roy's neck to try and treat it, or would that be medicine?
Medicine.
Because he's still suffering the side effects, I presume, of
Yes, it
the
has,
illicit drugs
so
pumping
it
through
has
his
started to
system.
die down. It has started
Okay.
to die down. He's still suffering from it, but it's not as debilitating. But you could definitely do a medicine check on it if you want.
Let's try and polish off the rest of that.
Oh, Klaus. He's working his way back up. Yes, Klaus.
Oh, he's fully
Yes,
healed.
Klaus.
Klaus has synthesized the antidote to any future spinal.
Yeah, so I would say in this case you can tell that what's debilitating Roy is just kind of some sort of mental like poison that's just clouding his mind basically and his vision. So you do have let's see, you do have some things on you. You could give him some alcohol, maybe that maybe that cures it.
That sounds like a fun plan. Can I chuck a shot of alcohol down Roy's neck, expecting it to somehow counteract the vision problems of the poison?
Yeah, go for it.
And then give him a slap on the back, saying, "Get back in there, Roy!"
Yep.
Delightful. I'll proceed with that plan.
Roy's gonna neck it. He's gonna look a
this
little
is-
bit
this is
confused
like-
about what he's had. But...
This is really quite pure ethanol. It's like disinfectant alcohol.
Well, I mean,
So-
Roy he's used to this. This is just standard drink.
But yeah, it kind of Roy sort of really is disgusted by this alcohol that he's drunk, and his mouth kind of puckers. There's like grimaces. But after this pat on the back and after a few slaps around the face from Klaus, his vision is mostly back to normal. Still a tiny bit blurry, but not enough to inhibit him in the rest of this fight. So
Here's Klaus.
Does he gain any health back?
No, I don't think so.
Fucking hell, thanks, Klaus, mate.
So the first of the fish creatures managed to kind of shove its way through. Who's right at the front here? Who's going to be the? It's Father John.
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call.
Me, John and Charlie are both at the front.
Yeah, fine.
What's Wait for Ted to have his phone call.
I'm ready. I'm at the front. There's been enough wounding today. Let the power of the Lord get past that, you fish bollocks, yeah.
Alright, so the fish creature manages to shove its way over the table and the chairs, and it doesn't have enough room to sort of do its usual kind of pounce attack, so it just advances on Father John. If you can roll me a brawl.
Do I not get a chance to dodge an attack?
You can dodge, but dodge basically means that you try to avoid its attack. So you get a
if I do a brawl check, do I get the chance to fuck it up in exchange?
Yeah. So basically, the way it works, I'll explain it totally now so that everyone understands. If you're in a brawl, you can either choose to dodge or fight back, essentially. But so it's attacking you, and if you want to fight back, then if both fail, there's no damage. We've seen that. If it's a draw, the person that initiated the brawl wins the draw.
Okay.
And
1 in 100
otherwise,
chance of that happening, but yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's the highest level of success. So.
What do you mean wins the draw?
So it's not about the number on the die; it's the level of success. So you see these stars. So for example, Charlie got an extreme success. That's 3 stars because he rolled low.
Yeah.
So an extreme success beats a hard success. So if the creature rolled an extreme success and Father John only rolls a hard success, the creature wins because it's got a higher tier of success.
Yeah.
So with dodge, it's the other way around, and in a tie, the defender wins, and you basically take no damage.
But what is the benefit to me of counter brawling? Because my brawl and my dodge are identical; they're both 65.
If you counter brawl, there's a chance you manage to do damage back to it. So.
All right.
It's still a way for you to deal damage.
But would that be if I roll a success and he rolls a fail, then I do damage back?
Yes, or if you rolled a higher level of success than he did.
All right, yeah. Well, we'll try a brawl then. I'll just fight.
If you roll the same level of success as someone, it's just like no one does anything.
No, he hits me because he's initiated the attack.
Wins.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I rolled the same success as someone earlier and just nothing happened.
I think
we don't know what the success is. We don't know what the success is.
All right.
I'll
roll a brawl. I'll roll
90 and I rolled 88, so I'm presuming that.
Have that, you bollocks. Feck.
Yeah. So, the fish creature. Oh, let me roll my die.
Oh.
Oof.
Ouch.
So the fish creature, you kind of brace yourself for the attack, but the fish creature sort of comes in with its claws underneath, sort of arcing underneath, and manages to get you right in the gut. But because of the way that it's got its claw, it's not really, it's not got its claws into your flesh, but the sort of fins that are coming down the back of its hand scrape up your stomach and do some considerable damage.
Oh yeah.
But it's mostly because it's your belly. It's mostly just like superficial sort of.
Yeah.
damage.
Slashes across my ribs.
Yeah, three damage.
I've done that.
What's your max health, Ted?
What?
What's your max health?
I've only got 11.
No. So the other fish creature comes across the side and is now engaged with Charlie the Schnoz. It's extremely cramped. So if you want to roll me a brawl, Greg.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's not yours. Never mind. No. Holy shit, no. Oh god.
Fuck. So I've lost 4 HP.
I think Roy needs to get back in there.
Yeah, we need the tank. Where's the tank?
So yeah, the close proximity to Father John and the other fish creature doesn't really help you, and this thing just manages to squeeze past, and it absolutely shreds your shoulder, your left shoulder. Goes down from the top, sort of nearing towards your heart, but at that point it curves off, and that's the length of its attack. It goes straight through. 4 damage. 4 4 damage for you.
Yeah, fuck.
It's fine. Now we got some turns, boys.
Yeah. So now it's Charlie's turn.
Go on, Charlie.
Bite him, Charlie.
Did Charlie's voice box get?
Charlie's RQ'd. Quit out on life. Right, so we'll. I'm assuming something's happened to Greg. We'll move.
Sorry. I whenever I hear Charlie, I always think of Charlie Kane. I always think of Charlie Kane and wait for a player to do his turn. It's so fucking messed up. It's so messed up. I
Call
know.
him Schnoz.
Sorry.
Come on, Schnoz, get your fucking head in the game.
Sorry.
Put the legend that was Charlie Kane out of your mind.
So I'm gonna whip my knife out and brawl this fucker that's just slashed my shoulder.
Yep. Okay. Roll me a brawl.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, you kidding me?
It's a draw though, so you win, no?
Yeah.
I win.
So-
What, so I do damage?
Yeah. Roll me. What's
cool.
What are you attacking with? Your
Kitchen knife.
The kitchen knife. All right. Roll me your D3 and D4.
Go on, Greg. I mean, Schnoz.
All right. So you.
Yes!
You do a small amount of damage.
Oh,
They have armor, mate.
small amount of damage. I run at the creature, desperate to avenge my shoulder, and attempt to plunge my knife into his abdomen, hoping to strike a killing blow. However, I only manage to slightly graze him. While still maiming him, he lets out a big shriek, but is unaffected by my damage.
What's the Fishman shriek sound like?
That's exactly what
It's like a
Lovecraft wrote.
fox.
That's exactly what Lovecraft wrote. Father John.
Well,
Go on, Father
I've
John.
had enough of this bollocks. I'm gonna twat this fucking fish.
All right. Give me a brawl, brother.
Yes, Father
There's a
John.
40 for you.
Yes. That was
Right.
almost
Oh, yeah.
15.
Roll me your damage.
Just kill him, mate. Just kill him straight off.
Come on, Ted.
1. Or 2. 4.
Okay. So you do smaller damage to this one as well.
Ah, shit.
I'm a priest, damn it, not a fighter. I'm used to fighting men on the mean streets of Dublin.
It'd be ideal if we could isolate these fights, honestly.
Okay. So yeah, you just graze it with one of your mean fists. Does a bit of damage, but
It's
it
still
didn't seem
coming.
to- Yeah. Evelyn.
Kill them.
Evelyn, use your mystical powers of killing. Just
Evelyn
fire
whips
into the
out-
melee, Evelyn.
whips-
You
Yeah.
can't
Evelyn
miss.
pulls out wizard staff.
Oh, quick shot at the Fishman attacking Father John.
When you say quick shot, you mean with 3 bullets?
Well, I only have 2 left, so I'll have to go with 2.
Gonna
Jesus,
fucking
just
kill
shoot him
Father
once.
John.
What are you
So
doing?
that will
Kill
give
Father
you a
John.
penalty
Two.
die.
Just
Yeah.
please shoot it one time,
Miles,
Evelyn.
just spray the entire room.
Careful now.
Miles trying to nerf himself by throwing too well.
And Miles is he's trying to be the last survivor. He's trying to kill everyone and the fishmen.
Get those 2 coins.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah. So unfortunately, there's so much movement going on in this sort of small stairwell that at the last second you kind of sort of second guess yourself because you don't want to shoot Charlie or Father John, and the bullet just goes right over the head of one of the fish creatures. Roy.
Roy is gonna
Get
go.
in here, mate.
He's gonna go. This is Sparta style, and he's gonna try and kick one of them down the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a maneuver on that. So if you want to roll brawl,
Oh, for God's sake! God damn it! What is with these guys?
no, you still get to do it.
Oh, okay. Boosh.
Yeah. So bear in mind that, remember, the lower, just because I have the lower number doesn't mean I have the lower level of success. Okay, so
Right.
you don't know what the brawl stat for these creatures are. So just because I'm rolling low numbers, it could still be a high percentage of what they actually have for their brawl skill. You see what I mean? So, yeah. So go ahead. If you want to roll, actually, yeah. Tell us what happens first.
Yeah, well, Roy, fresh off his pure ethanol shot, he's raring to go. He charges forward and uses a bit of that Muay Thai he learnt when he was a youngster to try and just send one of these lads down the staircase with a nice plant to the chest.
So you have to sort of move your way past Father John and Charlie. So
Yeah.
it's more of like a standing shove with your sort of full force, and one of the fish creatures its foot basically slips on one of the stairs and it kind of tumbles back a bit. So I'll roll 1d4 for that. Oh
Yes, Roy.
So you could hear it. The momentum is basically carrying it almost all the way to the bottom of the staircase, and it takes a fair bit of damage.
Right, lads, now we can focus.
So now at the moment there's only one. There's only one that's in a attached to Charlie. Klaus.
Let me think.
You got any coins to pelt at them, Klaus?
No, my pockets are empty of things to pelt, I'm afraid. Seeing Charlie take such a heavy hit, I'm going to try and grab him and drag him backwards out of the fray, making more space for Roy and Father John to get to work with their fists. Can I try and roll like strength or something, see if I can pull Charlie back away from the final Fishman?
Yeah, roll me a strength.
Fuck me.
Klaus is quite strong, actually. Fair play to Klaus.
Oh, he's fairly averagely strong, I'd say.
So yeah, you try to pull Charlie back, but because he's kind of on the staircase, it's a bit harder than just pulling him over.
I think you probably get quite strong holding on to those coins.
Okay, so let's quick check. Alright, so the fish creature that's now engaged with Charlie goes for a swing. Charlie, if you can roll brawl for me, please.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
My brawl's
I see.
not
They
too
both. Oh no, wait. Charlie hasn't
Where's
rolled.
brawl?
You haven't
Go on,
rolled yet.
Charlie, mate.
They're all alphabetical.
Oh!
Oh!
Riposte.
If you want to roll me a D4, your damage.
Yeah.
Stab him.
Kitchen
Double
knife.
kitchen knife.
Yeah, give him a double kitchen knife. Where's this come from?
Yes.
So it goes for a kind of swing at your head, trying to get your neck basically, and try to finish you off. But you manage to swiftly duck underneath its attack, underneath its claw, and as its arm is basically over your head, you swoop underneath with the knife and just sort of jab it.
Wait, has Greg got a knife?
Right in the neck.
On the gooch.
And it's like almost shocked to feel the knife in its neck.
Does it let out a screech?
It's
a fishy
obviously
gurgle.
It's in pain. It's basically, you can tell in that sort of moment that it's on its last legs. It's not quite finished off, but it needs just a little more, and it will probably just keel over. Father John.
So I'm fighting this one, and there's one almost dead next to us, isn't there?
No. One Roy kicked one of them down the stairs.
Oh.
So at the moment, the one that's Charlie stabbed in the neck is the only one.
Well, then I raise my fists above my head.
Right.
Be gone, unholy demon! And I smash him. What's that, an 86?
That's for me.
Sure, I can do better than that now. Come on. There you go, look.
Nice.
Right.
A regular old walloping.
Roll me a die.
How about you?
Give him a.
There we
give
go
him a
now.
6.
Alright.
You always
So,
roll 4.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4 and a 3, and it reduced to 4.
You finish it off then.
Fucking right, you bollocks.
You wanna say how you do it?
I raised my fist above my head, and I smashed them down on his eyeballs, and they burst out like a couple of ripe grapes. And he slumps down. And seawater comes out of him. End.
So
Let's see.
so at this point you can hear the last fish creature pounding back up the stairs. You have about 10 seconds to
Prepare, men.
Can we pre-aim so that as soon as he comes around the
yeah.
corner?
Absolutely.
I will be pre-aiming for sure.
I'm
you
aiming.
can Okay, so
We've
all
got-
three of you
Roy's
all
going
three of
to
you-
pick up another hammer ready to throw.
Goddamn firing squad ready.
all three of you are aiming down the stairwell then. Okay, so Charlie, if you can start us off with a
Go on, Charlie.
as it
So
bounds
it's
up
like-
the stairs, there's a
Don't
good
need him.
3 seconds between you seeing it and it being up in your face, so you have just enough time to get a shot off.
right. So is this an
So-
aim?
It doesn't count as an aim.
Okay. So it's just
Basically,
normal
so the way it works is if you're prepared with your gun, as you enter combat, you get a bonus to your dexterity.
Sorry, yes.
So
yes,
you
yes,
go
yes.
first. Aiming means you take an extra turn.
Yeah.
to
We're
roll.
all we're all just aiming carefully at that fucking
Do I
stairwell.
get a
You
bonus
all
die
get-
for point blank?
You all get bonus die for point blank. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So roll.
Nice.
It's an 18, baby.
I'm gonna roll me your damage.
Yeah.
You're...
Wrong one.
Yep.
Oh,
You managed to take it out.
10.
I just fucking one bang the cunt.
Yes, lad.
Okay, so yeah,
Holy shit, Craig. Yes.
it goes
Unbelievable.
straight through the stomach, out the back, and it just collapses to the ground, and you can hear it tumble back down the staircase from whence it came. Can we do a group listen roll, please?
I'm the best listener in town.
No, I do not believe you are.
That's true. Actually, you'll be a great
We're
listener.
all doing a listen roll.
Everyone's doing a listen roll.
Unlucky Charlie the
Yeah,
schnoz.
Klaus fucking deaf.
Oh,
Oh,
Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Once again.
Beauty.
Nice. We got 3 successes.
Oh,
4.
Okay,
Smooth.
so
3. Sorry, yeah, 3.
So you can't hear from after that last shot rings out. You can't hear anything else coming from some of the lighthouse.
Can they hear anything that sounds like a crackling, roaring fire? Or is that still
No.
under control?
No, you can't. Yeah, no.
Okay, that's fine. We're all good.
Yeah.
There would be smoke coming up the staircase, I think, if we were out of control. Anyway, it's raining, isn't it? We can always open the door and shovel some water in. Shall we make our way tentatively downstairs and try and maybe re-barricade the door?
Don't even need to tentatively go. We can just fucking stroll down.
No, I don't think so, mate. There might be more. There might be more of them. We should be careful.
I thought we'd heard explicitly that there aren't any.
Not
doesn't-
any in the media.
They
house,
might just
but-
not be moving. Let's be careful now.
Yes,
Gonna make our way
yes,
cautiously down the stairs. Being careful not to slip in any rogue oil patches or blood.
Step in any fire.
and go and see what's the sitch.
So, yep. So you make your way downstairs to the bottom, and obviously there are plenty of these fish creature corpses just everywhere. The fire that Klaus started It's still on the ground. It's starting to go up the wall. It's not out of control just yet, but it's starting to get
All
a
right.
bit out
Well,
of
I'll
hand.
start. I'll go into the kitchen and get some water, and put that
Get a
out.
blanket.
You can do
Let's
that.
put that out.
Oxygen.
Is
Give her the
it
oxygen.
we look out the window and we see it's what kind of day?
Wait. One sec.
Time of day?
Wait. I need to do some role playing moment. I'm gonna light my cigar on the fire. I have to do that. A job well done, lads.
I think we're all very proud of what we contributed to this effort. Well done, all.
Well done, Doctor. You saved Roy's life, and that's commendable. But I should be looking forward to seeing you in confession later this week.
So when you look outside, the sun's about halfway up. So
Yes, lad.
it's starting to become daytime.
Right now.
But it's not exactly daytime.
It's light enough that you can kind of see around the island. It's like very
Island.
light darkness.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you
Can we
can't
do,
see into the tree lines, but you can kind of
Yeah.
see the sea on the beach and things like that. Very
Okay.
Right. Let's see if we can get this generator going now, shall we?
Yeah, I agree.
Let's go. Let's go have a look at the
Roy,
generator.
our expert.
Roy.
I can have another go at the
Have another
mechanical.
crack at the radio there and the generator. The generator.
Whilst that's going on, can I do a first aid on Charlie, given he took a bit of a scrape
yeah.
in
Go
that?
for it.
And I don't think Father John took any damage, did he?
I did actually.
You did. Well, I gotta deal with the wounded.
All right. I'm gonna pop to Lou while you do that.
So if you just want to roll me a first aid, then
Oh my god! Thank you.
nice.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah. So let's see.
Can you do a critical heal?
No.
It's only ever one health on a first aid, I think.
I see. So I'm just up one, am I?
Just up +1, yeah.
Cool.
And you can do one for Father John as well.
Absolutely, and I'll of course I'll fail this one, and I'll lean in and whisper, "You need to forget about those coins now."
Oh,
never mind.
Nice.
God, Klaus.
Just doesn't like Roy, apparently.
He did heal me.
I did heal him once.
I
I
just
didn't...
took a lot of damage.
I'll move Ted's HP.
Mostly because the lads. Well, Roy was tanking a bit too much. I maybe should have backed him out a turn earlier.
I think it was very brave when Munt volunteered to let one past you, and you said, "No, I'm blocking everything." I thought that's a bold move.
I thought Roy's massive. Like, I'm talking like, it wouldn't make sense canonically for a lad to get past Roy.
Yeah.
So
So we're gonna venture
wanna-
outside now,
Okay.
I believe.
so you so
I'm gonna go back towards the workshop.
Charlie, just
Oh.
by yourself.
I'm gonna go to the generator. Give it
Well,
another.
it's
give it another crack.
it's practically daytime now, and if my notes are correct, they only come at night. So, so I think if the team agrees, it's probably safe to venture out and be pretty chill.
Okay, so you want to try and repair the generator then, Ashram?
Yes.
Okay. So it's taken quite a bit of water damage. It's not beyond repair, but give me a have a look.
Mechanical, surely.
He
We'll
gave
say
me 1
mechanical.
hit point back, did he?
Yeah. We'll say mechanical.
Oh,
Axel's
Roy.
already done it for you, Ted. So you don't need
Okay,
to do
thank you. Yeah, I saw that.
Let's fucking go, Roy. Yes, Roy.
it. Yes, Roy.
Alright, so after a bit of handyman work,
Unflattening the.
yeah,
Yeah.
on the generator, avoiding
Fucking hell,
the
someone made a
nails.
real meal of this. I mean, Jesus.
After the generator kind of chugs, and after a bit of sort of elbow grease, you finally manage to get it running, and it starts chugging away. The lights in the cottage and the lighthouse go back on.
All right, let's get on that radio. You know, I was thinking we should have a look at that other pier and see if there's a boat there we can take to the mainland. We've got to get off this island before nightfall.
Agreed.
And if we do go, we should take one of these fish feckers with us. People won't believe what happened here otherwise.
I can take a photograph of them with my camera.
That's a grand idea now. There's that FBI fella as well. We should take his body with us.
The FBI fella's car.
Can I take a photograph, Axel?
Say again?
Can I take a photograph of the carnage?
Absolutely, yeah. If you want to.
We should actually take the FBI lad. Like I can't leave a dead body behind. I'm a priest.
He's got to be buried somewhere.
Do I roll
Or
photography?
he's going to hell.
You don't need to roll. It's a normal skill. You're not under pressure to do it, so.
I'll keep jostling his arm so he has to make a skill roll. I'll try and photobomb the Fishman. How are
What's the
you?
point in having good photography if I'm never under pressure when doing it?
Because if you had to take a picture of a demon while you were running away,
It's not just so. For example, if you read the skill here, it's not just about taking it in normal circumstances. It's also, for example, for telling if photos have been doctored or edited, or
or
if
like
you're
some
trying
long lens shit.
or if you're trying to take a picture of something that's moving at high speed, like a car.
Or covertly.
Yeah.
I see.
So yeah.
I don't even
But,
see
in
photography
general-
on my skill sheet.
No, it's a specialized skill.
Oh.
So unless you go for it,
Ah,
you won't have it.
there you go.
Do I not get Catholicism as a special skill?
No.
I mean, you think I would?
Oh, you have.
You pray and we all get buffs.
You have Spanish, bro.
That's true. I can speak Spanish.
So are we moving as a team towards the dock at the back of the island? Is that what's?
I want to go for the radio, no?
Yeah, we're doing a radio first.
Oh, we can send
I
Roy
can-
to the radio.
I can fiddle about with it.
Let's have a wee look and see
Right,
if.
Well,
So-
we
Can,
do
whilst
two things
everyone
at
else
once.
is heading off to the pier and the radio, can Klaus try and scrabble under the floorboards for something you forgot earlier?
Yeah. Okay. Right. So we'll do the team going towards the pier first. So as you make your way past the thicket through the trees, dawn has essentially broken and it's now light. So you have essentially managed to survive the night so far, you think. As you make your way through the trees, you get to the dock and you see another a rowboat, sort of similar to the one that you had, but in a different style, and it's tied up at the pier.
right, that's our way out of here.
There's a body of a man on the pier, lying towards the
If
sea.
he's got a flamethrower,
Would
I'm gonna
that be
be
Schmidt?
I'm gonna be
or whatever
jolly
his name
cross
is?
if he's got a flamethrower on him. Right,
So
I'm gonna
That's
quickly
not
run over to the body. I'm
it
gonna.
could in,
He might be.
well,
He
are
might
we
be
gonna do
alive.
are we gonna do a squad spot hidden?
See if he's got anything on him.
You need to give me a sanity roll.
Oh God.
Oh, for God's
Sanity roll.
sake.
Nope.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Oh, the triple fail.
So if you can all roll me a d4. Oh, hang on. Someone roll twice?
Evelyn did.
I rolled.
Oh, Roy, you're doing the radio. Aren't
Yeah,
you?
Roy's not
Oh,
there.
shit,
You don't
I
need to roll
think I rolled
sanity.
this. Okay. fine.
Evelyn, of course, passed. How do I roll
Evelyn.
a d4? Oh yeah, I remember. I've got it. Roll 1d4.
Oh fuck.
Oh, he's a hacker man.
1.
Let's
Let's
roll
roll
a
a
d8. Roll a d8.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
I don't-
then he got a worse result.
Oh, the same. On two different.
So
I
used to-
really cannot take any more madness, lads. I'm on the edge now.
Okay,
Do I
so
lose
yep,
three sanity then?
you lose 2 sanity.
I lose
Follow-
one.
What is your sanity, Ted?
I'm at 8 out of 11 daily, and 47 out of 99 total. So I think if I go over my daily limit, I might go mad.
If you go over your day limit, you go temporary insane.
Yeah. So let's
and I
uh,
get control of your character.
let's take it easy now, shall we?
Yeah.
I don't think we've had much
Ted,
choice
I'll
in what we've
start.
been doing
I'll
so
start when because we're together exploring. I can look at stuff first and tell you not to come.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Sounds like
this
a
body
good
has
idea.
been it's not as destroyed as the corpse of the FBI agent that you found earlier, but basically his neck has been clawed wide open, and it's clear that he's just lost so much blood that he's died. So not a particularly brutal death, but still enough to sort of, considering that all you've been through over the night, knowing that this was quite close to being your fate, makes you really
Well, let's give him a search.
sick to your stomach.
Yeah.
Greg, check his wallet and go through his pockets and that. I mean,
Yes.
sorry, Charlie.
Is that, well, should we do we can do a squad spot hidden, right?
You don't need a spot hidden for that because
He's dead.
Oh, cool.
searching.
Unless it's up his arse, you're gonna find it.
So he other than identification, which identifies him as
Yes.
Samuel Smith.
Smith.
Sam
and
Smith.
A couple of keys to the
I enjoyed your music, Mr. Smith.
couple of keys to the lighthouse, and a couple of cigarettes. He doesn't have any.
Oh, get those.
So it's clear he got ambushed.
Well, we'll have to take his body on the boat as well. Him and the FBI fella. Who's gonna help me drag the body?
I shall.
I'm gonna load. I'm gonna load
I
the
don't
FBI
know-
agent and this lad's
I
body
don't
onto
know.
the rowboat.
I don't know if you want to go for the FBI guy.
We have to.
No,
we
'cause
can't.
One, he's far out of the way, and two,
It's not a big
the-
island, and we
the
can't go
mermen-
leaving the man
yes,
out here.
No, but the mermen are clearly sensitive to the light. They could hide in the thick trees and ambush.
I'm not leaving his body here. It's against God to leave a dead man facing up to the sky like that. Satan will be on him in a fucking shot.
Okay.
I'd do the same for any of you.
And what about George Cassidy on the top floor? We're also going to get him.
Who's George Cassidy?
Fucking hell.
There's
the
bloke
dead guy
on
at the top of the
side.
lighthouse.
Yeah, we'll get him as well. We'll take all the dead bodies with us. We can't be leaving him in.
So
How big's the boat?
the boat is not big enough for you to hold 8 people.
I'm sorry, Ted.
You want to bury some of them or
Bury
some
shit.
shit?
Corpses are fucked.
It basically holds 5. Two on at the back, 2 in the middle, and 1 at the helm.
Should we cremate them? Is that?
Can we not tow them behind the boat?
Use them as an anchor.
All right. Well, if we leave them here, we're going to line them up on the docks. Take a picture of their dead body, and we take all the ID we can get off them. And then as soon as we get to land, we have to say there are 3 dead bodies that need to be retrieved. We can't be leaving dead men. We're not going to bury them here. This isn't consecrated ground.
We'd have to tell them to go in the daytime and not
Yes.
stay in the evening.
We'll tell them. Go in the daytime. But we should get moving.
So regarding the radio, you just want to get off the island. Then you don't need to. The storm has basically subsided this time, so you could row your way
Yeah, we just fucking leave, right?
to Rockport. Up to you.
Like, we take
Well,
it. Yeah, we just fucking leave.
Yeah. Okay. So as a group, you pull the corpses, or what left of the corpses, onto the pier, and you line them up, and then once that's all done, you make sure you've got everything on you. You pile into the rowboat.
Wait. Can I search my final
Oh,
gold
you want
coin
to search for the
first?
coin? Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a. How do you want to do it?
I want to try and
I want
try and rip up the floorboard I thought it fell under and see if it's under there.
Give me a hard strength check.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say like fucking hell.
Hard strength check.
What's this for? You're trying to get that coin?
Yes.
What are you looking
What?
for there, Klaus? What have you
No,
lost?
because everyone else in the house, right? Roy's up in the top of the lighthouse. You've all gone away. Whilst you're gone, I'm trying to get the coin out.
Fucking bastard.
But I failed. All right, we can get onto the rowboat now.
So yeah, so you basically you can't, that you don't have any way to really get your fingertips underneath the floorboard. So yeah,
He's like scratching the bus. My coin, my lucky coin.
All right, I'll have to leave that one
Endangered
behind.
us all. All right.
Okay, so as you're leaving, you're rowing out and you're leaving Beacon Island, the sort of safety of the day and the fact that you've managed to get off this island finally kind of washes over you. So if we can all roll a d6.
Oh lord.
Yes.
3.
If low is a good thing. I don't.
And you want to add these to your sanity because
What?
you've managed.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I've
oh,
gone,
for
I've
God's
gone
sake,
insane.
No,
No, add
No,
them.
we
okay.
get back.
You've managed to survive this horrific night.
It still shows my daily
Does
is
that,
8 out of 11.
does that remove from the daily or?
It should, yeah.
It didn't.
So
Oh, that's
should
what I was
just
thinking.
reset?
God's
reset?
sake about.
No, I don't think it does actually, but it won't matter because
It'll make it easier to make rolls.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
So
Of
then
course, nobody's going to roll low all day long. As soon as it's
I
rolled
need who killed one of the fish creatures? Charlie definitely did. Evelyn did.
I think
Oh,
we all
John,
did except for
definitely.
Klaus.
Everyone did except House, right?
I actually
I,
think we did.
I
John,
did.
you splattered an eye, John.
I
Father
did.
John
I
did,
did
right.
kill one off. I finished one off. That was on
That's fine. Yeah.
right at the end there. I finished one
Yeah,
off.
we've all
I
killed.
don't think I killed one, to be honest.
Do you not?
Okay.
No,
Alright.
I was doing a lot of sort of sitting on the floor.
So so the people that killed one of the fish creatures, can you roll a d4 for me?
Christ!
It's not be a good thing.
Yeah.
2.
So you've, as you're sort of rowing away, you realise the sort of monstrosities that you've come across, and despite the fact that your life was almost ended, the sort of fact that you managed to actually finish one of these creatures off gives you a sort of almost like a self-satisfaction, a new sense of instilled courage that despite this sort of horrific night,
They
you have
can be
managed to-
killed. They can
they
be
can be
beaten.
killed. So add that to your sanity.
This is terrible.
And then,
Whew.
Klaus, I need you to roll a d4.
I'm more sane than I was before coming to the
Same.
island.
Okay, so Klaus, although you didn't manage to get all the coins, the fact that you've managed to get some of these coins and hide them on your person
Yes!
means that you feel like you can maybe make a bit of money here, or you could potentially examine them in your own time for to see what sort of connection they have to Innsmouth. So if you add that to your sanity.
Happily, thank you.
Okay, so after a long time, you managed to end up on the shore of around Rockport, and you managed to drag yourself up the beach. After a short amount of time, about half an hour, you managed to find a road and eventually back to civilization.
Straight to the police
so-
station.
Straight to the police station. Okay. As a squad, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Get to the
So
fucking hospital.
For the pub.
straight to the pub. So, the Rockport police station, and you make your way in, and there's an officer sitting right at the desk, right in front, and it's quite a small town. So the police station is not very large. So, officers just sitting there looking at you expectantly as you walk in. This sort of ready crew with blood and bruises and scrapes all over you.
Officer, what do you know about Beacon Island?
Well, it's where the lighthouse is, isn't it?
Well, you might want to think about that. We've just come from
These
there,
are what's some of my lads here.
and you won't believe the story we've got to tell you, but we've got photographs to prove it. There's 3 men dead on that island, and we barely made it off with our lives. We fought creatures from hell itself. I swear, on God's almighty name, that it was a fucking shit show, but we made it out. And you want to send some lads to investigate it, but at daytime, mind. At daytime. And the lighthouse is fecked.
Creatures you see. Well, what do they look like?
Giant fishmen, so they were.
Let me show you this picture.
You can't develop it, can you? It's 1926.
Let me show you this picture after I've developed it.
It's not a Polaroid.
So he kind of looks at you like he doesn't really, almost like he doesn't really believe what you're saying.
Well, I'll give him a wee persuade check then, no?
But no.
Well, how about I show him my fucking hand?
But after he's sort of like tapping his pen on some paper, and he's kind of looking at you, and then after a couple of seconds of sort of eyeing you up and down, he stands up and he beckons you to come with him. He's like, "Come with me."
Uh-oh.
So you all sort of file down the corridor into a room that has a couple of desks, and there's a couple of other officers in there. And there's all, bunches of newspaper clippings and all sorts of documents, telephones, etc. You make your way in, and he sort of sits down at one of the desks, and he essentially tells you to hand over all the possessions of the deceased that you have on. So
right, we'll give him over.
Yeah, so Ted will give his pipe and tobacco.
No, that's our possessions, isn't it?
That was lifted off of the FBI.
Yeah, but he's after like the journals and shit like that.
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
The evidence, the guns, the
FBI lad's ID.
Okay, so you give him your gun, Father John's gun.
That's the gun. There's the FBI. There's an FBI lad is dead on that island, killed by a foul creature. His body was torn open.
The coins.
Coins, not their possessions, and you don't know about them, so keep your fucking mouth shut, bitch boy.
Okay, so after you've handed him all this, and they put it on the table, he turns to you and says, "Yeah, we know about this. We know about the fish creatures.
And you've done nothing to warn people. We were on a boat driving straight to that island. We were shipwrecked there overnight. We almost died."
He kind of looks at you like you're not the first person to come in here with a tale of being attacked, and he says, "We'll send some people over. But for now, leave and don't tell anyone anything."
Well,
ever.
no one's saying anything.
No one was saying anything. So he's basically kind of suppressed you. He's saying that they can't really do anything to you because obviously you were attacked, but they're threatening you with science, and you're not allowed to tell anyone what happened on Beacon Island.
Can I persuade him to see sense that this needs to be escalated, that the FBI has to be involved, that this is a big deal, that he can't just push it under the rug?
Well, so he kind of basically implies that the FBI already knows. This is already a sort of FBI investigation, and that's almost, you kind of maybe make the link that might be why there was an FBI agent already on the island. Partially, it could be something like that. So this
is over our heads, basically.
Yeah. So you've essentially been dumped into something that's way beyond your control, and it's clear that the police are kind of not necessarily hostile towards you because they can obviously see what you've been through, and almost like they kind of respect you for managing to make it off the island alive, but they have a distrust of you because they obviously now have a bunch of civilians who have encountered these sort of strange creatures, which have plagued the area evidently.
This would be terrible for the Rockport or whatever fishing and tourist communities, so
yeah.
This is just like Jaws. If you close the beaches, we'll lose too much money. All right.
They take down your details, so they know exactly who you are, and then they kind of usher you out of the police station. And last you see of them, they're just all three of them just staring at you in the doorway, waiting for you to sort of pass out of sight.
We'll find no help here, lads. Well, the pub then, I guess.
So at this point, we can consider this sort of scenario here completed. You've essentially managed to escape Beacon Island. Nobody has died.
None of us went mad and none of us died.
Unbelievably,
Yeah,
nobody. It was close.
It was
definitely
close
to points, but you managed to make it with your wits and your health. So now, really, it's up to you in terms of we'll go into the sort of more sandboxy type game of Call of Cthulhu, which means we'll have to set up a couple of things now to kind of create almost like a society, basically. So,
is there any chance we could do this offline?
It won't take very long. Maybe like 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Basically, you just need to come up with a name and an idea of where you want to base this. Is like between yourselves, what your plan is. Like, if you just want to investigate, sort of strange occurrences and things like that, just to sort of create like almost like a base of operations.
Well, New York would be the natural choice for me. I live there, and I'm sure we could get some church land to set up some office or apartment we could set up there. The Catholic Church has a lot of property in New York. I'm pretty sure.
I'd like to unearth this bloody police corruption surrounding,
I don't know if it's corruption. It's typical
corruption, bro.
It's typical small town stuff. They know that this is happening out there, but it's whispered. They don't want to scare everybody. There's nothing they can fucking do about it.
They were threatening us actively.
I don't think so. If the FBI is involved, there's nothing more we can do about it. What we've got to do is figure out what the fuck is going on in Innsmouth. Try and find out if we can find a picture of one of these coins, because unfortunately, of course, we don't have one to appraise or examine, but we might be able to find something about it. It's going to take a lot of research, but we have to find out more about Innsmouth and have a look at these journals, see what we can find about these guys. There's a lot of work to be done, a lot of library work, hard reading, hard working. Luckily, I think we're all cut out for it.
So, we say New York then?
New York.
New York.
Okay. And we need a name for this.
The Spear of Christ.
After this very eye-opening and difficult situation for my character, might he have changed some of his skills around slightly?
If you want to change skills, you'll have to make a new character.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your skills, Greg?
Pardon?
What's wrong with your skills?
I just like, for a detective, having the same spot hidden as everyone else just feels a bit weak.
But you can increase that as you go up in level and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd say the main thing is you're not about investigating crime scenes. You're a private eye. Your general thing is following people.
It's just kind of concerning that the librarian feels better than me in every single aspect, and I also have a decent library stat.
What are you good at?
I condense my skills a lot.
What are you good at, Greg?
I'm an okay handgun wielder,
right?
An okay brawler, and a photographer, and
What?
a library person.
Okay. So all you can do is take pictures, use a library, and fight.
You have persuade as well, law. Like you have things that other people don't have.
Also, this was one adventure where the stuff that you're good at didn't come up.
And also, we're about to raise your skills now.
Yeah,
before we finish.
I don't feel very confident with like any of my roles.
Well, you're level 1.
It's up to you. I mean, I don't think you'll see that much of a difference. Remember that you have to spread it between 8 skills, so it's always going to be kind of low, and you've just not rolled. Your thing is a strength times 2 plus education times 2, and you've got the higher end 70, and your personal is 65 times 2. So yeah, I mean, It's really up to you, but I don't think realistically there's anything wrong with the skills that you've got, especially seeing as you've used a bunch of them. Why have you rolled law at some point?
No, I haven't. Wait.
It says you have.
Law.
It says you
No.
roll-
Oh, what for persuade?
No. So okay, so we'll do the.
Because
We'll think of a name. We'll
Yeah.
think of a name off stream, but I want to do the skills now before people forget. So, if you open up your skills, you should see a golden circle next to any of the skills that you successfully passed during this session. So for each one, you need to roll a D100. If you get over what the skill is, then you get to roll a D10, and you can increase your skill by that much.
So which skills do we use this for?
Any
ones
that have the
that you-
golden star next to it.
Any of the ones that you've got the golden stars. So for Roy, you've done brawl, mechanical, first aid, spot hidden, stealth. Apparently.
Yep.
And then if you roll above, you get to roll a d10, right?
Yeah. Equal to above, you roll a d10, and then you add
3,
that.
4, 5, 6.
It's better to do this now because then we can just get straight into it next.
How do I actually add it? Sorry.
Jesus!
What is that? Why have you rolled 6 D100s?
Well, because I wanted to just.
You wanted to do it separately.
Wait, so you're saying if you get higher than the number than it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you should be able to, if you
Oh,
click
first aid is increased.
where it says backstory, to the right there's like a little lock symbol, and you can hit that to do unlock actor, and then you
Right.
can change.
Change my stats. So I'm gonna
change
add.
the stats.
I'm gonna add
How
what?
much do you increase it by?
A
You
d10.
roll a d10, and then you increase it
Okay.
by that much. So Father John, you've got brawl, listen, history, as your rolls.
Oh shit, that's fucking sick.
Roy's so wank.
Oh mate, Charlie's fucking rolled a big one. There.
Yeah.
What was
I'm
that
just upgrading
for?
My handgun, so I'm up to 70 on that now.
Nice.
You're really blowing it, Roy. You fucking melt.
Big.
How do you change it?
You have to unlock it. Where it says backstory,
Yeah, I've got it.
go more to the right. There's like a padlock, and you hit
I've got
unlock,
it.
and you
I've got
can.
it.
Yeah.
So increase my first aid by 1. Yes. I increased my.
Where's it by 1? Where you rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1, yeah. Oh no, so first aid's by 4 and
Oh yes.
roll is by 1.
Jesus, Charlie, calm down, mate.
I'm upgrading everything here.
Calm down, bruv.
Give me some of that luck. I got no sanity from
I guess
the
I'll-
journey.
I don't think I'll do Ted's while I think he's doing something.
No, I'm thinking. What do I need to roll?
So for the skills that you've got a gold check mark next to,
That's brawl, listen, and history.
yeah, you roll a D100, and then if you get higher than let's start with brawl. You roll a D100. If you get a 65 or above, you then roll a D10, and the result of that is what you add to your skill to improve it.
Once we're done, how do we get rid of the gold stars?
I got a 97.
Nice. So that's above your brawl. So then you roll a D10.
Oh, you double click on them, please.
So my
Eight.
brawl
Yeah,
goes
you
to
don't-
73.
Yep. So you hit the padlock that's on the far right of your sheet. It's near backstory, and
Yep.
then you can just change it to.
Wow, 73.
So do we reset the gold things?
Is that only
Yep.
for one?
You'll do it for history and listen now as well.
Alright, history.
Right, so-
Nope, nothing there.
Yeah.
And for listen. Nothing
Yeah.
there either.
Yeah. Right. So you have to-
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
I think Evelyn's succeeded on almost everything.
Hey? Yes? Okay. I'll be back in a sec, please.
Yeah, I know. I succeeded on most of mine. I didn't, but I managed to upgrade my stealth, which is a
Not
shame.
on that one, mate.
Um,
How many,
Right,
how, many how many have you rolled?
5.
so this
I mean,
this session, yeah, sorry, go on.
2 of them were listen and swim, which were 20, so it's quite easy to succeed
Yeah.
those. And spot hidden to 25.
Of course, you succeeded on swim. That's hilarious.
I got
So
6.
this session was more this like one shot was more sort of combat and exploration type. So it's not the end of the world if you didn't level up many skills, because it doesn't encompass the sort of wide range of skills that you'll use in a proper scenario. So obviously in an actual, like in the more sandboxy mode, you'll be using things like accounting and persuade and psychology and all this
Don't we
stuff.
have to roll successfully to be able to upgrade it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering.
How do you? So basically, the first
So
time you
my
pass,
skills
and that's
that are ones are basically never going to get upgraded.
well, yeah, basically because you have to roll a success with it first in order to upgrade it. That's why when we were making our characters, I recommended you at least have 30 in one of your skills that you wanted to actually use, because then you actually have a chance of.
Yeah, no, cool, it's cool.
But I think we're all done then, right?
So-
there is like plans for this software to get overhauled. Like, if it's at the moment it's unofficial for Call of Cthulhu, but I think they're doing an official one. But I don't know how long it's going to be. So, although there's potential for us to do like a really sort of long spanning campaign over multiple, like loads of sessions, because I don't know how it's going to affect this, what I'm going to do is more make it for the time being more sort of like a job type thing where you get given
Okay.
a bunch of different jobs rather than like a massive sort of adventure.
Yeah,
you see what I
yeah.
mean?
What
So
about
it'd be like- but-
the Corinthians as a name? Kind of biblical. No? Okay,
That's,
what they
that's to do with you, but yeah, we should probably maybe come up with something that's more
we don't have
representative.
to do
of
it.
the group.
We don't have to do it now. To be
Well,
fair.
you know, you should all be following the
Yeah.
teachings of Christ, of course.
Genesis.
Otherwise, I
Christ
can
doesn't help you much
I
there.
would argue.
Genesis.
Yeah.
I like that.
The beginning.
Isn't
of
that from the fucking wrong religion for you?
No,
Ted?
Genesis is. What are you
Genesis
talking
chapter
about?
1, mate.
Genesis
It's-
is
Yeah, but
chapter 1.
Isn't it in the Old Testament though?
Yeah.
And so you're a Jewish guy then?
No, the Old Testament and the New Testament are combined in the Bible for Christians. They're both books.
I thought one of them was like Jewish.
No, there's a whole thing
Roy-
about the New Covenant. I could go into it, but it is
Roy-
the
Roy's
Old
not a
Testament is a
Christian.
big deal. Yeah, Roy. I thought that
Roy's
was
a lost
Jews,
lamb.
didn't it?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
that was
Roy's
the
a-
Jews.
Roy's a lost lamb.
Ah,
What's
Roy,
your-
you've
what's your-
much to learn.
What was Roy's personal beliefs in his backstory?
I think.
Ideology
I think it was
for
just
capitalism and no pineapple on pizza. Legendary.
Yeah.
Roy's never had pizza in his life. He eats eels.
Roy is so massive. Scientists are studying him for evidence of gravitational waves.
Okay, right. So, I mean, unless you want to try and figure out the name now.
I thought Genesis was decent, but it does make it sound like that band Genesis. Of course, they won't be
Yeah,
around
we're
for another
doing a
60
tribute act.
years. We'll think of something.
Alright. Okay, so, yeah.
The lads.
The lads.
Plus one lady.
The Gentleman Society of Chaps.
Well, no one was saying anything.
The elucidated brethren of the Golden Spear.
Oh, I like the golden spear. Just the golden spear. Yeah, I like that.
I'll make a note of it. So yeah, so next time, it won't be obviously this weekend, but I'll let everyone know when it's ready.
Cool.
And it will just be like a little something similar to this, but a bit more expansive. All right, that's pretty much it from me.
All right. Good job, Munt. Round of applause for Munt. Good adventure. We lived. I'm even better at brawling than I was before. Crack on, Father John. By the end of this, I'll be fucking heavyweight champion of the world, I swear to God.
I'm gonna come good on some rolls very soon, I reckon.
Hey, we lived. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you made the rolls. You lived. You tanked a lot of shit. Give the rest of us a chance to get some kills, and we won the battle. It's a team effort.
Coribus just gifted 5 subs.
Right. Cheers, lads. I'll see you next time.
Right.
Bye.
Peace.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you for the subs, Coribus. I will see you guys tomorrow. If I'm feeling 100%, we'll play some Tarkov. Failing that, I will lie in bed and read a book for a bit, and then maybe I'll stream for a couple of hours in the afternoon. But either way, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Cheers for watching. Take it easy. Peace out.